Come. All right, so where did I put the recap? Okay, yeah, so last session you arrived in Tourmaline and met an old dwarven man named Dodok from Clan Battlehammer. After realizing that you had in tow the Battlehammer iron bar shipment meant for Bryn Shander, he offered you a deal. He would take the shipment back to Bryn Shander for you and make sure you got paid in full for your retrieval mission. If you assisted Speaker Oris Nar in clearing out the local gem mine from kobolds, who recently moved in and scared out the miners. With the gem mine out of use, Clan Battlehammer was losing business with Tourmaline, so it benefited Dodok to have it cleared. Speaker Oris also promised 50 gold coins each to each adventurer who helped clear it out. Shortly after entering the mine and assisting a drow woman, a fragile wizard, and their direwolf companion escape, you helped fight some very, very large and disgusting rodents and met a large Ursine man named Carl, and continued further into the mine. As you delved further, you found the giant pit with the kind of rushing waterfall. You're in a small enclosed space, and it's pretty loud. And after some shenanigans with Fenris teleporting to the end to kind of get over this thing, he was unfortunately accosted by a large monster. I think I sent in in-game info last night that kind of pictured. That's just the reference point for kind of where everyone's standing right now. And once we're all ready, we can kind of just jump right back into it with the fight. Everyone already rolled initiative last week, so we should be all set up in the initiative channel.
Yippee.
Go.
Oh yeah.
I forgot I rolled a nat 1. I remembered it was single digit. But I didn't know which single digit. No.
But yeah, since you guys were caught off guard, the large monster gets to have its turn first. It already kind of grabbed Fenris and sort of hoisted him up into the air a little bit. But whenever we're all ready, we can get into it.
What am I rolling for?
You know what? I believe it, Rue.
Freaking being surprised does not skip my turn.
Oh yeah, because you have the funny thing. That is true.
Yippee.
Based. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, well that means that. How would that work? So. Okay, well, yeah. So Fenris is you're going to be rolling a Oh, this is the wrong thing. 1 second. You are going to be rolling a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Plus 3, 17.
Lovely. I'm just waiting because I see that John's muted. I want to make sure we're all ready first.
Oh, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Lovely. Okay, yeah. So so this giant tentacle monster has kind of hoisted you up in the air, and you'll feel the barbs at the end of its tentacle like slowly kind of piercing to your like sides. Your kind of love handles like right into the side, just poking into you. But you do resist whatever poison it was trying to inject into you. And at this point, we will switch over to Gwyn, who gets her turn on this round.
Fantastic. This is good because I'm so far away. I'll just dash over.
Lovely. Okay, cool. Where are you kind of heading right now?
The square right in front of Carl.
Okay, cool. Lovely. Yeah, you can make it there.
Yippee.
Yeah, how many feet is that, by the way?
So each square is about 5 feet. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I don't know what 7 times 5 is.
35.
Thank you.
Math.
Yeah, what they said.
Oh yeah, I just barely had to dash then.
You don't need to dash to get there. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can make it to that square.
Okay. If you say so.
Yeah, you can move the diagonals.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Then I will go stabby.
Cool. Stabby. Big, horrible monster. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Let's go!
Yeah, so
Critical hit, baby!
Yeah, so
Can I try to like?
Yeah, so whenever you do a critical hit, you'll roll 1 more additional damage die.
Sick.
Yeah.
Can I can I aim for
Kill that fucking
like cutting off the tentacle that's holding Fenris right now?
Yeah. Let me see.
Fenris is literally dangling over the fucking pit.
He's
I
like
would
uselessly trying. He's like flailing his sword at it.
Yeah, I would say since it's a crit,
like
yeah, you can try to like get him out of the grip, out of the
Okay.
gripper of the monster.
So cool at that.
No.
I rolled I rolled a 3 and a 2. It's only 5 damage.
Lovely, lovely. Fuck that guy up.
Cleaves the monster in two.
But then
Okay, cool. Yeah, so as you charge up, kind of like dunk right past Chris and stab forward with the rapier and sort of like slice off the tentacles that were kind of holding on the Fenris as he kind of flops to the floor. Now where's initiative chat? Okay, yeah. So now we kind of return back to the top of the round, and that's going to start with Carl.
Rue said
Oh
to
yeah.
add
Carl.
Carl moment. I notice an acquaintance is in danger. Am I in melee range?
Yes. Also, wait. What did Rue say? What? Sorry.
said to add strength or dex.
Oh yeah,
Which would be a
whatever.
+3.
Okay, cool.
My bad.
No worries.
is that, oh
That's
no,
fine.
okay, that's just on one roll, right? Or is that on both rolls?
It's just for one. You add only like you roll an extra damage die, but all the other stuff stays the same for crit.
Mm.
Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. But yeah, no, the Chris, yeah, or not. I keep calling him Chris. Stop calling him Chris. I knew Chris that started with spelled with the K, and I always thought it always stuck out in my mind. Carl. Okay.
Carl.
Yeah, get my fucking name right, bro.
Carl.
Anyway, I'm gonna take a big old hefty swing with my axe that isn't with my regular axe.
Oh yeah, fuck him up. Roll the hit.
Does a 19 hit.
Yes, it does. It does hit the funny big monster.
That's so crazy. Yippee. Okay, guys, so we know its armor class is lower than 19.
Yippee.
Oh my god, I got a 12!
Yeah.
Fuck
God.
that bitch.
Fuck
I
'em up.
scream as I come down on this fucker with my axe, and I'd like to very consciously take my metallic hand off of it as I return to holding it with one hand.
Okay, cool.
Carl Pog. Make that an emote, please.
I was literally pogging right now!
Okay, cool. Yeah, so okay, now who is I believe that goes to
John, I think.
Noro, yeah.
So, like, is he still holding on to Fenris right now?
No, so the tentacles that were holding up to Fenris have been sliced off by Archie. Now it's kind of hovering above Fenris in that same spot.
Sliced out by Gwyn. Archie hasn't moved.
Oh yeah, Gwen. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Archie did it with her mind.
yeah, that's true.
Well, where is it standing right now?
It is in that same spot that that Fenris was. If you look in in-game info, there's a little picture that kind of had everyone's position.
It's in a little gaggle.
Oh, I love the freaking little icons. That's so
I
cute.
know, I saw that last night. I was like, wait, that's so genius.
It's so fucking
I
adorable.
love
Okay.
them all.
So let's see. The beast is next to the both of them.
Yeah, the beast is on the same spot that Fenris is. Gwen has now moved next to Carl.
Am I able to like kind of look at how it's looking in terms of damage?
I mean, it just had 2 of his tentacles sliced off, but it's been hit. It's been hit a couple times.
It's been hit a couple times. Okay. Well, it'd probably be best to keep my distance.
Sure.
So I'm going to just gonna pelt it with some mind. Gonna pelt it with a mind arrow from a distance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you can step out a little further onto like the wooden platform to be able to like kind of see it from that angle or whatever, and then do funny bow thing.
Yeah, like Nora leans out, he like takes that archer stance, pulls back, and he's like, and he just fires off like just an arrow across, hits him in the face.
Roll the hit. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Critical hit.
Let's go.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's a 2. Shit.
Oh,
No.
As you pull
Let's
back
go.
the kind of blue arrow as it flies forward, it kind of it weaves right through kind of where the tentacles would, but unfortunately does not hit. Now we will go to
Noro just kind of like lowers his hands a little bit. He's like,
now we will go to Fenris.
Ha 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 ha.
moment. Here we go.
Just taking a look at my spell list real quick.
Your singular spell slot.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it
have
is
to-
Literally
tempting.
also
It is real tempting to use that spell slot.
We have to fight the kobolds still.
What kobolds?
They're in here
We
somewhere.
haven't
I mean,
found
I
them
can
yet.
at least get a short rest after this and then get a spell slot back with my warlock thing. But yeah, I'm gonna dust myself off and look at this stupid fucking brain creature, and I'm gonna curse inflict wounds.
Lovely.
Oh,
The time has come. Is inflict wounds a
3d10?
save? Is it a save or is it a rolled hit?
Make a melee attack against creature you can reach. So I am gonna flavor this as using my sword, but
Lovely, lovely.
let me roll to hit.
Inflict wounds, swing sword.
That is a dirty 20.
I
Lovely.
cast
It does hit.
stab.
How to inflict wounds without consuming a spell slot.
Yeah, that hits.
Then is 9, 5,
Mission aggressive.
9, 5, 9. That is 23 damage.
God damn.
What the hell?
God. First level spells, by the way. Inflict wounds is insane.
Hey, inflict wounds is solid, dude.
Inflict wounds is insane.
Wounds have been
Alright.
inflicted.
He sees the wounds, like he sees that slash. He's like, retaliation is swift.
He did it. He did the thing. Cool. Now it goes to.
Wait, hold on.
This thing is
I
still
still
alive.
do I still have a bonus action? Do you
I'll
have
still
a bonus
a
action?
bonus
Do I have
action.
any cool bonus action spells? Fucking not really.
Oh no.
Do I teleport back? Now, how much damage did you do to it, Finn?
12.
12? I'm not that fucking scared of this thing. Yeah, okay, I'm fine. I'll stay where I am.
It kills you in one round.
It fucking kills that guy.
Drops you down the hole.
No. Now I believe it is Gwen's turn.
okay. So since it is a medium creature, I can try and grapple it with my tentacles.
I think so.
Tentacle fight.
Tentacle fight. It is the fight of the tentacles. That is true.
You guys could have a fucking tentacle grapple contest.
Yeah.
It's just arm wrestling, but with different steps.
Okay. Yeah. So make a strength or dexterity. No.
Yeah, I think it's strength
Yeah.
or dex to contest. So that would be. It gets a 18.
I got a 12.
Oh no.
Okay, well that didn't work.
Yeah, as your tentacles kind of reach up to grab it, its other tentacles kind of also like just get in the way and make it a fucked up like weird knot situation. And it doesn't quite grip.
Yeah. All right. Good old stabby stabby.
It'll stab this fucking guy.
Nope. 8.
8. All right. Yeah, you.
No, the 8 was to hit.
Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, you also kind of stick the rapier up in there, but sword gets lost in the mess of tentacles. It doesn't quite pierce anything. Okay, cool. Now it is actually the monster's turn.
Egad!
It's going to go ahead and swipe down with its tentacles and try to pick you up. It's going to. When I say you, I mean
Who is this
Gwen.
on?
I mean Gwen.
Oh shit!
It.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, it tries to hit you with the tentacles and try to grab you, but you sort of like weave through it, and it doesn't land. But then it goes ahead and strikes down with its large beak, and also and it fucking crit misses at nat ones, bro.
Yeah.
It realizes that it can't hit with its beak because it's too far away.
It's fucked up. It tries sweeping down with the beak, but just fully misses, kind of like ramming its head into the side of this the stone wall. It's kind of like in a relatively small encased space right now. Let me go ahead and and it goes ahead and takes a little bit of bludgeoning damage from ramming its head into the wall.
Damn.
Bro's got a headache.
His fucking tummy hurts. Okay, now it is Archie's turn.
Oh, he's gonna have more than a tummy ache or a little headache.
Biggest fucking brain
Yeah,
headache.
biggest brain, and the brain's gonna get rotted.
Brain.
Oh, yeah.
Brain rot
Okay,
on a
so,
giant brain does nothing.
Yeah. No, literally, like, yeah, it just shakes it off. It looks better. Yeah, so I cast brain rot. Con DC 14.
Cool.
Or just skip the save.
Or just don't. I mean, it's cool. Is it an int save? What like type of save is it?
Con.
Okay. Ba-da-ba.
It's a con
Yeah, it
save
goes
with
ahead
brain
and you
rot.
see its
That's what
giant
it
like
sounds.
weird large. You would expect that the giant brain thing would be its brain, but actually nothing visual on the outside happens. But it does kind of reel back for a moment as it takes damage. How much damage would it do?
Yippee! Oh, wow. There's no way. 13.
God damn! Bro
More than me?
gets fucked up.
Wait, actually.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Okay, that might be 7. I need to look into this more.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Well, because it's a cantrip, and the cantrip doesn't explicitly say like 1d10 plus your spell modifier, your spell attack modifier, or spell attack bonus.
That doesn't get added on to damage. That's roll to hit.
Yeah, I believe that's rolled.
Oh, okay.
So it would
7.
be 7. Okay, cool.
Oopsies.
Cool.
Yeah.
All good.
Good, you didn't do more damage than I did.
Poor Gore.
Look, you didn't do
hasn't
more
done
damage than
damage,
I
I
did.
missed.
I did the most damage.
Okay, yeah, I didn't use a whole spell slot. Sorry, buddy.
That's the thing.
I
This
restore my
silly
spell
line
slots
and then
on
I
short
know
rest,
why.
unlike you, silly little doctor.
thing.
Yeah, but you're also
Look at
a
this guy,
Little
he needs
did
a
you
long rest.
know. Actually,
Actually.
At this point, here, let me. So at this point during the fight, you're kind of in the middle of it. So the two, or at least I suppose 3 in the back, or no, still 2 in the back. Archie and Nora will notice kind of like halfway along the wooden platform, 2 heads pop out from the bottom of it. Long and reptilian, kind of shaped like a crocodile's face, but kind of a dark red, like purple skin from it. 2 horns protruding out the side. Will kind of like peek their heads up, seemingly confused from all this ruckus, and their eyes just completely widen as they see the large creature, and kind of immediately start scrambling back and like yipping and howling. But unfortunately, one of them slips as they're beginning to crawl back down, and one next to it grabs its hand. But now one of them is hanging off from the side, and then the other dangling down at the bottom. So now we're gonna have
You said there's like a small waterfall across the other side of the cave?
Yeah, on the other side of the cave there is a rushing waterfall. It is pretty like loud in here.
Okay, I'll wait till it's my turn to do the thing.
Lovely.
To do a thing.
Yeah. So it is now back to top of the round. It's going to be Carl's turn.
You know what I do. I'm gonna hit the guy in front of me.
So we're gonna go ahead and hit the guy.
Shit. Shit. I know an 8 doesn't hit.
Unfortunately, it does not hit. You swing at the massive tentacles, and it kind of like with its tentacle, sort of like weird, slimy, grabs it and pushes it to the side as you swing it down.
Did you reckless attack?
No, I'm not even raging.
You
I
don't
don't-
need
should I
to
rage?
rage to do reckless attack, do you?
I don't
you
think
just
so.
do it.
You're probably right. Should I do it? No, it's too late now. I can't do it in post.
So yeah. So for I know reckless attack, usually you have to do it before you actually do the attack. But also
Is this like a Baldur's Gate 3 thing of like somebody forgot that they had that feature?
Well, no. It's I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead.
If
But
you're under the impression it doesn't work the way that it actually works, and then you don't do it because of that, I feel like it's Fair enough.
Nah, I don't mind missing though.
Sure. But yeah, no, going forward, if you ever want to do reckless attack or whatever, yeah, it's a thing. I think it's -5 to hit, but then however much more damage.
Yippee.
Reckless attack is advantage to hit, but you get advantage on your next until your next round.
Oh right, yeah,
The
no, I'm
thing
thinking
you're
of something
The
else.
thing you're thinking of is Great Weapon Fighter.
That is not me.
Cool. Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Who the fuck's up next in initiative? Yeah. So yeah, these
Nara, I think.
I think the kobolds.
yeah, the two kobolds, but you'll see as kind of the one on top is definitely struggling to keep the other afloat, as it's sort of like hanging off the side. Now it'll switch over to now it is Noro's turn.
Gotcha. Nero kind of like looks over, seeing the kobolds on the side. He squints a little bit and thinks for a moment. He's like, He does the big thunk before he kind of like holds out one of his hands, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shape Water.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna pull the water from the waterfall across from us and like kind of sweep the kobolds into the cave next to us with it.
I see. Yeah, so like using kind of the flow of the waterfall to push them. So where exactly are you pushing them?
I'm like pushing them onto the platform next to me, Gwyn, and
Gotcha. Like pushing them up with
yeah.
it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you kind of like hold the side of your head, you sort of anyone can see that the waterfall that's like been rushing down incredibly loud this entire time like angles up and sort of fucking like water guns these two kobolds from the bottom and slowly kind of pushes them back up onto the platform. Both of them definitely looking very distressed at the moment, but trying to like kind of get their footing now, just soaked in water. But you can notice now that they're both at the top, both of them. You can see that these two kobolds they have like large kind of saws sort of like attached to their belt, more or less.
saws.
Now it is going to be
Like wood saws.
I mean they're kind of like dingy metal, but like a handsaw, like something you would use to cut wood.
Oh no.
Now it is Fenris's turn.
I'm going to make a melee attack. Oh, that's 24.
Yeah, that probably hits, I'd imagine.
Oh. Okay, what? Fuck it. Let me roll. Plus. It's +3, right? +4. Okay, that's 13 damage.
Lovely. Fucking get that fucking guy. Got. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, yeah. As you you just kind of swinging up at the sky, and it sort of like cuts the underbelly of this thing a little bit, and kind of reels back a tiny bit. It's gonna go ahead and now be down to Gwen.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sword time.
Sword
or
time.
rapier time.
Sword that fucking guy. Get that rapier, that big
God.
bitch.
It's so in character that I keep rolling like this.
No.
It's another 8.
Unfortunately, it does not hit the giant tentacle monster. It's gonna go ahead and I think now I believe it is.
Actually, can I action surge?
Yes, you certainly can.
Okay, I will, and I swing again.
Get that fucking guy.
Better. For 17.
Lovely, it does hit. Roll for damage.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
6.
6, hell yeah. Okay, yeah. Plunges the rapier into the underside of this giant floating monster. Horrible, incredible.
Yeah.
All right.
Is your like grapple attack a bonus action?
Yes.
What the fuck gif was that being said? Okay, wait. Okay, cool. blinks one eye at a time. Is it? I need to figure out a better system for initiative because my brain can't
After Gwen.
figure this out. Is it just I believe it's giant monster
After
time.
Gwen. Yeah, so it's monster.
Cool.
Monster.
Yeah, this
like
monster's.
no-
I'll just call out who's next. How about that? I don't
There
mind.
we
So
go.
we've all got to send our initiatives in the chat.
It is.
We
it's,
do, but
it's,
like for some reason nobody gets it immediately.
it's all there. My brain just like trying to swap between the top and bottom with all the extra text. It makes my brain not
Put
work.
them in order. Someone put them in
Brain
order.
hurdy.
Okay, yeah, no. So now it's yeah. So giant brain monster, and it's gonna go ahead and try to do another tentacle attack on Gwen. Oh my fucking god! Yeah. So it nat ones again.
Oh,
this giant thing like flailing and
This
screaming.
thing sucks.
From being attacked, he's gonna go ahead and try to slam his tentacles down again.
We're like a bad luck field for creatures. Like those goblins were practically tripping over each other. This thing's just failing all of its attacks.
As this giant monster flares about with his tentacles, they strike the side of the walls, and rubble and rock start falling down until eventually that kind of section where Fenris the monster and Gwen are, the wall caves in, and now there is a solid kind of just pile of rubble between Fen the monster, Gwen, and the rest of the group.
Oh.
Lovely. Now,
Okay, so it blocked off the bridge essentially, and Gwen and I are in the tunnel with it.
this kind of tunnel with it.
Okay.
It's gonna
What about Carl?
Yeah,
Carlos is outside of it, or
Carl, go ahead
Just
and
in
make
front of
a
me?
athletics check.
Oh,
Well,
you know I
let's
fucking
say
got
okay,
the-
you see this starting to happen. It's your decision whether you want to stay where you are or jump ahead.
I
And if-
definitely would want to probably jump closer to the two people near the scary tentacle monster.
Cool. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Holy
Let's go,
shit.
baby.
Yeah, so you immediately dive in. Don't get hurt
do a
like at all by
front
the by the falling rubble. Yeah, and yeah, you make it in kind of before this sort of like collapse happens.
Yay, yippee.
Cool. All right, so it's going to go down to after this. Yeah, it is going to be Archie's turn. What do you do?
Well, Noro, you do remember that we do have to kill those kobolds, right?
Well, yes, but I feel like we could get something out of these too. Kobold layers tend to be elaborate, so we could find a little bit of information from them.
They're still like coughing. One of them is like kind of doing like a CPR move on the other, and like there's water spurting out of its mouth.
Hello.
Probably.
Well, maybe you've got a point. I'd like to go up to the other kobold that is like being performed CPR on, and I don't know. So
Archie
this-
just kind of like steps on its stomach and just pushes all of the water out of it.
yeah, I do that.
So you're gonna. So what exactly are you attempting to do?
I guess it's a
okay. I want to do a medicine check, not an unarmed strike.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and try to help assist in the CPR for this this kobold that's kind of lying prone on the ground.
that one?
Man, shut up! How come you know my die roll? You're like halfway across the globe.
Sorry, I'm cursing you.
Yeah, it was in that one.
It was actually in that one. Holy shit. Okay.
It was
Yeah.
actually in that one.
Go ahead and make go ahead and make like unarmed strike
Oh,
attack
no.
damage.
Oh no! What is that?
This
Is
guy.
that's a D4, no?
I believe so. I think it's D4
yeah.
plus.
It's D4 bludgeoning, I think.
Yeah.
What if my unarmed strikes do no damage?
Wait, unarmed
Oh
strike
no,
is
it's like
actually
based
minus
on.
one.
You
I
just
think if
press
you
the
have
thing
negative
to
one
engage.
strength, I think it technically doesn't.
Okay, yeah.
It can do no
okay.
damage.
Okay, according to chat, it's a 1+ strength, so
Okay.
that'll be. Well, I rolled a 2, but it'll be a 3 anyways.
Okay.
Weak nerd arms. No, Archie is a +2 to strength.
Oh, never mind.
Archie just,
On
like,
the
Archie just
contrary,
pushed a little bit too hard.
How much damage does this do?
3 damage.
Just 3 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as
Oh
you
my
as you
fucking God.
are you stepping on this person? Or are you like going down and like pushing on? Like how are you doing this?
I imagine Archie like is walking over like to help and then slips on a bit of water on the
Yeah.
like the boardwalk and then like stomps on the kobold's
Yeah,
chest.
the kobolds kind of interpret this as like a WWE like backflip like heel slam down onto this kobold that like hits his gut. As they kind of both continue to scramble to their feet. And we're gonna go ahead and cut back over to Carl, who just did this epic fucking like a dive through this rebel, and is going to continue the fight. Go ahead and do stuff.
Oh yeah. Now that I've seen he's blocked us off, I'm a bit angrier at this creature because it's used wits against me.
Yeah,
And also, I know I can use my reckless attack now, so
Let's
I'm
fucking
going to
go.
do that.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Oh, that was very good because that was very useful. 18.
18. It does hit. Roll 4 damage.
Ooh, yippee! Okay, I got an 11.
An 11. Nice. Fuck this guy up. Fuck this guy up.
And I fucking smack the shit out of him. I scream and I release my hand from my axe.
Yeah, just wailing down on this thing. We're gonna go ahead and move on. And now it's we're gonna kind of swap back real quick. It's back to the kobold's turn. The kobold that was laying on the ground has stood up, and next to the other one, as they both kind of like look onwards and like kind of just like anger, and they're sort of like yapping and snarling, and as one goes in for a strike. Oh fuck! Where's it?
I hope this kobold kills Archie. I really do. Not kills them, but I want to see Archie get taken down by a kobold.
He gets beaten up by a couple kobolds.
The one that was down on the ground, that was that you unfortunately hit. It's gonna pull out a little dagger and take a swing at you.
Oh.
And it is going to hit. Go ahead and it's gonna do.
I'm like, what do you mean it is gonna hit, huh?
I know your AC. I'm a good DM.
No.
You go ahead and take 4 piercing damage as it kind of like cuts into your like shin.
Ouchie.
Wait, and then the one next to it is also going to kind of snarl and like sort of grab the saw on its belt and go in to kind of try to slash forward. What is your AC? It does unfortunately also hit as it kind of slashes down like the front of your leg, doing 4 damage.
Deserved.
Can't believe this.
These two little idiots are kind of like cackling and snarling as they're looking for, and they sort of they're speaking to each other in a tongue that you don't quite understand.
Is it Draconic?
It is Draconic.
Likely.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that one. Damn.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't think anybody here knows Draconic, but yeah, it's a very, very kind of like lots of like bellowing sort of like snarls and sort of like lots of just like very deep tones in this language that they're kind of speaking to each other with. Now we are going to go to Noro.
Okay, so I have to ask this question because I'm casting a very specific spell.
Sure.
How much health do they have?
What spell is it? What's the
Sleep.
Sleep? How does sleep work? Oh yeah, isn't it like a thing like you can't cast it on a certain? What's like the limit or whatever for it? Like how much?
Let me look it up. So
You
roll
have to
5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
Right. Yeah, go ahead and roll that, and then I'll answer.
I don't know. Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you just kind of have to into it. I mean, I don't know if casting
affect
applies to the
about-
bloodied rule.
I can affect
It's not
about
really a
20
rule,
health
but-
with my sleep cast here.
You sorry, what?
I can affect about 20 health with my sleep cast.
Yeah, it would be able to affect these things. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, so the moment they like after they've like stabbed after they've stabbed Archie,
Mm-hmm.
Noro like he's just like, Oh, spata. And he like walks up and he like grabs both of them by the face and like pushes them to the floor, and they're just out right there.
How does the sleep spell work?
Wait, let me see.
I have to make a save, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to
Wisdom
make a
save?
So
What's the DC for that?
Let me see. So it's, starting with the creature lowest 8 points each creature. So about let's see. Creatures.
I feel like it doesn't. I think they just sleep.
I don't think they just fall asleep.
Yeah.
There's no save.
Ooh.
Just don't like move them too much, or they'll wake back up. Or don't hit them either.
Don't fucking touch them. Wait, sorry, just one second. Double checking the thing. Yeah, creatures within 20 feet point of view you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. Starting with the creature with the lowest current hit points, the creature is affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage or something used in action. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, so as you see, the one that had grabbed the other one, prevented it from falling in, that was performing CPR, quote unquote, sort of like drifts and sort of falls asleep, followed by the one next to it as they kind of pass out on the ground.
Nora turns back to Archie with a little bit of remorse. Is like, my apologies. Perhaps I was a bit too hasty.
Oh,
You and me both.
go on.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Huh.
What? What'd I do?
I like everything just cut out for me for a second there. What just happened?
Oh, Nora just like grabbed the two kobolds by the face and then knocked them out with a sleep spell.
Yeah, I don't know, but he was like saying something. I missed it.
Oh, he said, my apologies. Perhaps I was a bit too hasty.
You and me both, Noro. As Archie's leg is very
Still
badly
fucked up.
bloodied.
It's
We're
really
gonna-
badly fucked up.
We're gonna
If Archie was a commoner, she would be on the verge of death.
Archie would be dead actually. He got stabbed by two kobolds.
we're gonna flip
Took 8
over
damage.
to
commoners have 10 health.
Good point.
Yeah.
flop over to Fenris's point of view. You've just seen this giant monster like thrash its tentacles against the wall, caving it in. After Carl did a dive through the thing. What are you doing? What's the play?
Just shut up and die already. I'm gonna make a melee. Oh, that's a nat 20. That's a nat 20. Melee hit.
Damn.
Lovely. Go ahead and roll the singular main damage die twice.
I only add my charisma to one of those.
You only do
right?
it once. Yeah, the only thing that crit does is you roll another damage die. That's it. Everything else is the same.
Okay, so that's plus. But no, that's 18 damage.
Lovely. As you kind of you swing up just kind of in this very very over the top kind of flavored swing. It cuts into the bottom of this monster as it's flailing, and you could tell it's very badly damaged right now. It's kind of on.
I'd like to
on its
twist
last
my
legs.
sword, by the way, as it's going through this thing.
Yeah, this thing definitely lets out a horrible shrill in this tone that's very unpleasant. Lovely. All right.
Noro has rabies.
It's going to be Gwen's turn now.
Yippee.
Yippee.
When just seeing all this transpire, the two kobolds getting washed up on the shore, they immediately go to stab Archie after Archie accidentally fucking body
I was about to
slams.
ask, can I see that? There's
No, you wouldn't be able to see it. All this the stone came down. The white noise of the water is so loud that you wouldn't really necessarily be able to hear much through it.
That's
Oh, so you just walk around the corner and you see Noro pushing two kobolds to the ground and Archie bleeding out.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could
Archie on her ass, holding her leg covered in blood.
Oh, that's gonna be a thing later. I'd like to attempt a tentacle grapple first.
Lovely. Get this fucking guy.
Get this fucking guy.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah. And then
I used my power.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, you how does it look like when you grapple this thing, and how much damage does it do?
It does 3 damage, and just gonna aim for its center mass and try to drag it towards me. And then at the same time, I'll have my rapier ready and try to drag it into the
Ooh. Roll to hit.
rolling to hit. That's another dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yo.
As you know, your tentacles come up and wrap around this large, this like brain's giant mass. As it's like kind of flailing its tentacles, you're dragging it down. It's kind of feeling like the sting and necrotic damage of the tentacles itself. As you kind of just hold your rapier straight up ahead, as you slowly like bring this mass as it's writhing down, just slowly pulling it down onto the rapier. As you can see, it's like weird, just gross green blood kind of draining down the rapier, down your arm as it slowly like stops moving until it's completely still.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put it on 1 health. Let's go.
It's fucking dead. Killed. Slain is the monster. Lovely.
Carl would
Fenris
high
has
five
a
you.
a now visible sneer on his face as he says, "What a pathetic display."
Immediately, Gwyn is at the wall of like rubble. Trying
Yeah.
to
Can I push it over? I count as large for carrying.
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and make a I would call that probably athletics check, to try to clear this kind of rubble.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is so fucked up. This has to be fake.
Oh,
This,
well, I got a 4, but I don't think it matters.
Carl like shoulder charges the rubble and clears all of it.
Just run through it.
yeah.
Just imagining like both of them get ready to charge, and like Fenris is a little bit faster, so Fenris, starts first, but then Carl just barrels through and just breaks down.
We gotta get back.
Yeah, as you kind of like shoulder ram into this rubble, all these like kind of rocks will just kind of fly out forward, and you hear them hit the side of the walls of the tavern, or of the cavern or the pit, as they like kind of fall down. Some of them landing on the platforms, further down in the pit below you. Some of them like crashing into the wood, making splinters, but the most of them just kind of knocking down the sides of the walls as they go further and further down and down. But yeah, no,
I'd like to just remove the gore clinging to Carl, myself, and Gwyn, by the way, with prestidigitation. The prestidigitation.
Lovely.
Just digitally.
With
Carl
this-
doesn't even realize he was dirty.
Noro never realizes he's dirty.
with the snap, they have been cleaned.
Archie, what happened?
Oh, just a bit of miscommunication with our new acquaintances, and Archie will gesture to the 2 sleeping kobolds.
Noro looks.
Did you get
like,
fucked up by 2
bewildered.
kobolds?
He's like, but it's gonna. It basically is just to anybody who understands Elf. It's like we've made a severe mistake.
I do not understand. I look
Thanks.
at you with blank eyes.
Archie, Gwyn, Noro
got that.
would
Noro,
understand
like,
it.
pulls out.
Fenris wouldn't quite understand it, but he would sort of be able to make out most of what you're saying.
No, Fenris hears
Yeah.
it as we fucked up.
Fucked a what?
You fucked what?
Noro shakes his head. He pulls out a rope and just starts like tying the kobolds up.
Cool. Yeah, they are passed the fuck out. You're able to pretty easily, pull out the rope from your bag
Survival
and,
check to
and
make,
go
make
ahead
sure
and tie them up.
it's tied correctly.
I'm going to do a thing real quick.
Oh yeah, he also.
Yeah, no, they're asleep.
Nora also makes sure to as he's doing this, he kicks their saws off into the water.
Yes, yeah, down into the pit.
The pit.
The pit.
As he
I haven't seen a kobold in ages.
Yeah.
These kobolds might be notably different from the ones that you're used to. For the most part, they're kind of, they seem a little bit hardier. They have kind of like thicker, more leathery skin. They kind of have like the tone of their skin is less like the normal red you would imagine, but it's a lot more like kind of purpley and dark. Besides
Can I
that,
roll
they're
a
pretty-
nature check?
You can if you'd like, yeah.
18 plus 2.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you can definitely tell that these certainly are kobolds, but they are maybe just in this region. They've kind of grown to be a little bit more hardy, a little more resistant to the cold weather. But otherwise, they seem to be pretty kind of standard kobolds, standard little mischievous little freaks.
Little beast, that little dingus.
Do I know of any dragons in the area other than the big one that I would know?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, yeah, that big one in legend, but otherwise, you're not necessarily aware of any particular ones in the region.
Can I make a history check just to make sure?
Go ahead.
I mean, I got a dirty. Oh, actually, no, that was nature.
Let's see. Plus my history modifier. 13.
13. Yeah, you're not familiar with any specific dragons in the area. I mean, you don't doubt that there might be up some kind of in the spine of the world mountains, but none that you're like aware of specifically.
I think black dragons turn purple after a while.
It is fair though.
Interesting.
These are native to this area here. I don't see them very often, so.
Well, shouldn't we kill him?
Neuro kind of like thinks for a moment, and then he kind of like he tries to be as careful as he can, but he kind of places both hands on their heads and kind of like tries to get a feel for any potential traps or layouts they may be,
As you're kind of trying to focus on what these things are thinking about, you can't get any specific information other than kind of what's kind of at the surface of their mind or what they're currently thinking about. But considering both of them are asleep, you can only kind of get faint glimpses of like of bountiful gold, and the other is thinking about dreaming specifically about eating a lot of food.
Neuro kind of squints, and he like turns to Fenris, and he's like, "Can you slap these guys awake, please?"
Okay. Fenris slaps him.
Okay, I slapped them awake.
Archie is gonna cast Suture on her leg and try to heal a bit of HP too.
As
I would like to add, I don't just fucking slap them hard enough to do damage like he does.
Actually, you killed them. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, as you
I like this image. Nora's just like, "Can you?" And Fenris is like, "Yep."
As you kind of reach down, shake them, sort of slap them off a little bit as they both kind of jolt awake, both kind of like scrambling to each other, and they're sort of like they yap a little bit and sort of just kind of look up at you two as they're sort of still dazed from waking up.
Noro then.
Where are the rest of you little gremlins?
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
What? And then the other will kind of like look towards the other, look back at you two, and sort of try to be like wriggle out of these ropes.
Noro raises an eyebrow. They speak common.
Like the Fenris would like to like just get to his needs, so he's more at level with them. And if we wanted to kill you, we could have done it by now. Don't be silly.
The one that's kind of closest to kind of practically like blinks one eye at a time. It sort of kind of just keeps repeating what as it's like trying to scramble out of these ropes, and you go ahead and make it like an insight check for me.
A check. Oh, it's great that I have insight proficiency.
Oh.
That is 14 plus, what is my insight? It's plus 5. So yeah, 19.
You intuit that these things barely speak common.
Oh,
I think we spoke a little bit too soon, Noro. But you... The Fenris like points at his head and then like makes like a mind control gesture. Could you like just, put it in their heads?
Noro kind of like, he's like, I can try. And he makes sure not to touch their faces again because he's pretty sure they're going to try and bite his finger off, and he just kind of like does it a little bit from a distance.
Yeah,
to pick through their brains.
Yeah, so you're kind of picking through what they're thinking of right now, and it's mostly of them trying to escape and get away and return lower to their leader. You don't get any specific name, but you can definitely tell that they are terrified of these people who slayed the large Grell. the monster that they kind of, it seems like they kind of knew of this thing in this cabin and were horrified of actually encountering it. But they kind of definitely are just trying to get back down. Is their goal.
Noro kind of
Well?
like sits up and turns to the goose like, well, for one, I don't think we'll be getting any bigger of a challenge than what we just killed over there, the Grell, because they're terrified of that thing. Though they have a leader, closer to the bottom.
They're terrified of it, eh?
And
Fenris
us.
immediately gets up and walks over to the Grell corpse. And how big is it?
It's a medium creature. I would say like the size of the body of like the Grell, or like of the main head itself is like, how do I describe it? Maybe like
Can you measure it the American way by using like
Football field.
it's the size of 1/8 of a football field. No, it's like the size of like a really large hog. Like it definitely takes a lot to carry its body, including like the giant leathery tentacles that kind of drag behind. But it's doable. If you wanna drag it over, you can make a strength check to do so.
I can help.
Yeah, sure. You can do it with advantage.
Fenris looks at the bear person.
Oh yeah.
I think we should parade this into the middle of their whatever society they have, I suppose. And then immediately assert ourselves as the most powerful thing in the cave.
I don't know if I think that's a good idea. I think we should just
Well-
get the job done. Wow.
Fenris looks down at like the two like bound fucking kobolds. Like, well,
Well, Noro did have the brilliant idea, I'll say earlier, of getting these two kobolds to at least tell us where their nest is, and then conduct our extermination from there.
I was just trying to figure out if we were going to deal with any bullshit as we made it further into the cave.
Oh, I see. My
we
bad
should
then,
have asked
seeing-
for half of the payment up front.
Mm-hmm.
So Noro just like this is pretty much this is pretty much everything we're gonna get out of these guys, I imagine.
You'll how yeah, so as you guys are kind of standing around, you'll see as the one of like kind of the ropes behind one of their backs goes like ceases being taut and kind of goes loose as this thing like kind of tries jumping to his feet and grabs the other one next to it, and is kind of going to like duck down below the platform in an attempt to kind of escape.
Oh,
Right.
Can I have Noro just kind of kick one of them off?
Go ahead and make either do athletics or acrobatics.
Let's see. What am I better at?
Can I try to grab the other one with my tentacle grapple?
Yeah, go ahead and do that grapple check with disadvantage.
Oh wait, actually,
It did pass like a stealth check to get rid of that, so this is kind of happened with a surprise. Like none of you guys had noticed that it was like, getting out of this thing.
Instead of kicking them off, can I like stab one of them in the hand to like keep their hand pinned to the platform with a knife?
Which one would you be trying to do this to? There's one that's bound up, and then there's one that's loose.
The loose one.
Okay.
As he tries to slip under the platform.
Go ahead and
Well,
do
I was
that
fucking
with
playing the
disadvantage.
psycho.
Yeah, go ahead and also make that roll with disadvantage to either. I think that would be. I would say that's more of a acrobatics check. If you're trying
Acrobatics
to
check with
go to stab it.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Also, I have a question.
Mhm.
I have advantage on this check, so do I just do a normal roll?
Yeah, sure. That sounds. Yeah.
Okay.
That cancels it
That's
out.
it's a 22.
Which one were you trying to grab?
I thought both of them were loose, so
One of them still kind of is still kind of like tied and bound as the other one kind of grabs and tries jumping off.
That's a 15 with disadvantage.
Lovely.
I was gonna say it depends on if Noro like successfully.
Which one?
this
Yeah, which
guy.
one were you aiming to try to grapple as they jump back?
I'm diving for the one that's unbound, so I guess he'd probably be going for the one that still is.
Cool. Yeah, so both of you are kind of one of the kobolds that was unbound gets just a dagger through its hand, like stuck into the floorboard below it as it's like hanging off. Like you can see the dagger, the only thing that's holding it on is starting to like kind of slice through its hand as just the weight of the body is like slowly starting to drag it down. As it kind of just starts like wailing and screaming as the other one who was tied up now not being held on to by anything started falling, but before Gwyn tentacles kind of reach over, grab it, and pull it back up.
Nora like grabs the other one by the wrist and kind of like yanks it up, like from the platform.
Yeah, it's gonna go ahead and try to like bite at your hand as you try to reach for its arm.
What do I?
That is no. Yeah, as it kind of like snaps, it's like kind of alligator like jaws at your hand. You're able to grab onto its wrist and pull it up without it reaching you.
Mm-hmm.
Noro kind of
The fuck is wrong with you people?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
Don't look at me, man.
Well, what's that? Rude crying, sobbing, throwing up.
Yeah. What do you guys do with these kobolds that you've taken hostage? What's the plan?
Yeah, Carl just kind of looks at them and he's like, "We might as well kill him at this point."
Noro just nods. He's like, "Yep, no point in drawing out the inevitable." He just
Fenris is like shaking his head and he goes over to the grill and he's literally just like fucking dragging it along with him. And like, I'm asking for more money. Fuck this.
Noro like pulls the knife out of the ground and just kind of finishes pushes it into the kobold.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, make a attack with a dagger.
Gotcha. Wait, do I have advantage because I'm like grabbing him by the fucking hand?
No, I would just say make a normal attack to try to stab this guy.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
7.
7. Okay. And what's happening with this other kobold right now?
Man, I guess I'll also just try to kill it as fast as possible.
You can do whatever you want to do. You don't. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Don't really.
I'm trying to think what Gwyn would do.
What's the Gwyn play?
Yeah, just gonna put it out of its misery.
Shit. All right, yeah, go ahead and make whatever attack you want on this thing. It's tied up, so you do have advantage.
I'm gonna do a rapier attack and like the necrotic damage from the tentacles at the same time to hopefully do it as quickly as possible.
Cool. Roll the hit for the rapier. You're already grappled onto it, so it's fine.
Okay. Oh, 11.
Lovely.
11.
Okay.
We both miss.
Yeah. So the one that was untied, you would have. And sorry, I forgot to mention earlier when you were kind of reading their minds, you would have been able to intuit. The one that was untied. His name is Scorp. The one that's tied up right now, his name is Thwip. Thwip is a lot scrawnier. Thwip is a lot scrawnier than Thorpe. Thwip was the one that was like about to fall off the edge, but then was caught, and then was also the one who had CPR performed on him. Scorp being the one kind of like helping out most of the time. Scorp, like, when you try to stab with a dagger, just kind of does like just is flailing about so hard and sort of shrieking. Is able to kind of like kick off of you. And at first it seems like it's just falling down into the pit. But if you were to look down, you would have seen that it landed on kind of this rope that's attaching to the platforms at the bottom, kind of in the center, as it sort of climbs upside down and sort of skitters away, and you'll see it dart off into like a passage on the north side of the pit lower down. This other one, Thwip, as you're holding onto it, kind of like shocking it with the tentacles, he sort of just he kind of just goes out cold, and is dead.
Nora looks back as it skitter into the darkness. And he's just like, that is going to be a problem.
Run!
Fenris
Run!
is like halfway between like picking up the grill corpse and just staring at Noro. Like he's just staring at him.
Yeah, so I think in in-game info you can kind of see that map of where you guys are at. Further down you do see two platforms, kind of one on the northern edge of the pit and one on the southern edge of the pit, and there's kind of a rope with like kind of a bucket pulley between the two. But on the same level that you are at, through the cleared rubble, that kind of other room to the southeast is that same room that was described before with the bucket pulley that goes down a floor. But otherwise, yeah, what do you guys decide to do from this point?
I'm gonna crawl in a pit and die. No.
Yeah, we must ascend.
Yeah.
Gwyn,
well.
could you help me up? My leg is killing me after
Yeah, I
those
mean, like,
kobolds attacked me.
At the very least, I would like to bring up the idea of rest or short rest.
Yeah, it
So
looks
that
like
I'm
some
not-
of us need it. We don't, like, we're not on a time limit right now.
Well, yeah, but the cave could probably be cleared out now that, Scorp managed to make his way into the cave because he might warn everybody else to get out of there.
Yeah, and then we get jumped by 20 million kobolds.
This is much to consider.
I'll
We can have a guide
help
stand watch.
Archie out.
What's
Up,
your
I mean. Also, at the mention of arrest, I'll like kind of guide her to a wall to like kind of lean her against it.
Sure. Yeah, you guys want to do short rest?
Archie's definitely
Would.
walking with
Yeah.
a limp right now.
Oh God.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and take a short rest. You can kind of like tuck into that that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Tunnel, I guess. Not necessarily out on the open platform, but you tuck yourself into the tunnel between the two rooms and sort of for an hour or two, kind of rest up, lick your wounds,
Can I read my little bestiary real quick while we're doing the short rest?
Yeah, sure. During your rest, you think back and remember you have the book you found from the cabin from a little while ago, a day or two ago. You pull it out, and you can see that it's less so a bestiary, but it seems to kind of be like a local nature guide, sort of pretty standard stuff. Most of the stuff is things you either already know from your own experience or from your little research into the area of what type of creatures and fauna are here. Kind of standard fare. Like get things like caribou, packs of wolves, things like of notable mention more like yeti. And there's a passage or two that mentions these kind of unique kobolds that are native to the area, but not too much detail on them. Here, let me
anything interesting in the prime material plane?
let me double check a thing real quick. I remember I wrote this down, but it was in my notes for when that session way back then, so I have to go find it.
I'll preemptively have, I'll use one of my sorcery points to restore a spell slot.
Yeah, so are we like properly taking a short rest right now?
Yeah. You're short resting
Okay,
right
I'm using a hit die, bro.
now.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Did anyone get injured besides Archie?
I'm fine.
I think it was just
I don't
Archie.
think so.
Right,
Yeah, Archie was the only,
I'm-
and Archie took a ton of damage too, man.
I'll
Dang.
say it. I
Short
am
resting
fucking.
for
I am
me.
so mad that the girl nat one 2 fucking times. It's
That
so
was so
sad.
fucking
It's so
funny.
fucking
Not
sad.
only did it nat one twice, 2 people got critical hits on it.
Yeah, it was fucked up. Yeah, but okay. So in the book, you'll see kind of generally there's different ones, but the most notable ones are like the reindeer, moose, polar bears, owl bears, wolves, Arctic fox, snowy owls, walrus, Arctic hares, and kind of a unique animal to this area called the knucklehead trout, which is this giant trout like maybe like 4 or 5 feet in length that just has like a giant like thick head. That is some of the main food source for the fishermen and people around here in Icewind Dale. There's a few pages that are kind of ripped out. You would have noticed that they were pinned up on the map that the guy had in the cabin. But otherwise, pretty standard book. Just has some general info on like on what they eat and things like that. It was written by a man named Dr. Wilford Brimley. For context, I guess.
Dr. Brimley Wilford.
No. Fenris snaps the book shut and stows it back in his pack, satisfied.
Lovely. Are you guys done with the short rest? You got all your stuff in check?
Unless anyone else has some RP.
Carl's just doing push-ups. He's working out.
Damn.
Carl,
for
that
rest by working
grind.
out, bro. Grind set. Holy
Carl
shit.
does not know breaks.
Damn.
Noro's just sharpening his daggers. That's it.
Lovely.
Quinn's probably just by
Oh.
Archie's side keeping watch.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all on the same page. Fenris like hefts up the Grail corpse a little bit and says, "We're definitely shaking down that fucking dwarf for more money, right?"
I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, Carl, we need to get you your share too, and if we're promised only what we were promised, you're not going to get anything.
You don't
I'm here on.
explode into an evil frog first.
Oh God. You know what? You guys. Okay. I'll let you do what you want to do, but I refuse to take part in it.
I'll take his share.
No, you won't.
You would recall that Orisnar, the town speaker, would have promised 50 gold to anyone to help clear out this mine. But then, in addition to that, the dwarven man of that same kind of group also promised to still pay the 50 gold that you were promised for returning the iron if you were to help clear this thing out.
Noro says, "We don't need to shake him down. Let's just get this done with." He stands up and it's just like, he can have my share if he wants.
No.
I think
We'll get it done with, and then I'll shake him down.
You and me both, Fenris.
Fenris
I'll
gives
just
you a
nice.
again now visible smirk.
Yeah, it's visible. Let's
Much
go.
better.
Let's go.
That's very
I'm not wearing a fucking hood anymore.
Character
He keeps the hood
development.
off for the rest of the campaign. Let's go.
Let's go.
You'll as you guys kind of you're gathering your stuff, sort of rested up after taking your break. You'll find yourself in that room with three kind of little alcoves on the side of the wall, and then a kind of a big shaft in the middle that goes down about 15 feet to the next floor below. There's kind of a large bucket in the middle. It's bigger than just like a normal bucket on a well. Like you can fit one person at a time. It has a crank on the inside of the bucket and also on the floor next to it, and supposedly it would bring you down to the level below.
You fit in that thing, bro?
Yeah, you're able
hold
to
on,
fit. It's a little tight for you, but you can still make it inside.
Wait, what are we trying to fit inside right now?
It's a bucket. It's a big like little carriage, like kind of sort of a thing that can fit one person at a time, and it lowers you down to the next level.
Noro,
Oh, you go first.
I guess like Noro climbs in, and if it's like being the smallest member of the group, he just kind of like you could just barely see him over the edge of the fucking thing.
This bucket. But yeah, you can go ahead and like kind of lower yourself down to the next level. Let me see.
Is it like one person
We should
per
go with the
ride?
person
Yeah, it's one
that's
person
not
per
wearing
ride.
any
Only one
clothes.
person can fit at a time.
I think probably Carl should go first.
I definitely
I
was thinking
agree.
I was gonna. You're already in there.
Noro like steps forward into it, thinks for a moment, steps back, and kind of like
Yeah.
gestures for Carl to go.
I'll approach instead. I'm like, don't worry, guys. I got this.
Yeah, as you.
I fucking get in it and it creaks.
Yeah, I was about to say, as your big body kind of like sits down, plops down, you can hear the ropes like creaking, kind of, yeah, a little bit, but it seems stable enough. You can lower yourself.
Fenris
Somebody
eyebrow
grab onto
raise.
the rope. we gotta lower this guy down.
All right, sorry, I have to.
Lower me.
As you
like
you lower down to the next level, and you'll find yourself kind of in that room. That little like checkered circle is kind of where it falls down. Let me see your. And yeah, your nice passive perception moment. You're able to kind of notice there are some tracks on the ground. There's several kobold tracks that lead out the room, kind of down to the left, coming back and forth between the lever or the pulley, and then one set of kobold tracks that leads to the north, but only a single set of it, and it only goes in one direction out.
Okay. Carl will wait for everybody else to return, but he's gonna sniff some of the tracks.
Yeah, it smells like a gross, sweaty kobold. Kind of has a faint air of a like wet dog smell.
And Carl sniffs some and he goes, "Bleh."
Yeah.
Yes, if it matters, Fenris would probably get in next.
Sure. Yeah, at this point you can kind of all go down. It doesn't seem like there's any specific threat around, so you're all able to take your separate trips down this path. But yeah, you reach yourself at the bottom. Which way would you like to go?
We're at M7
Yes, that most recent one in game info.
in the middle.
Yeah, all around that little spot.
Can I?
So there's tracks going off into one tunnel and no tracks going off into the other one.
There are a lot of tracks going out the south one, a lot of kobold tracks coming to and from, and then to the north there is a single set of kobold tracks that lead out.
Hmm.
Can I check to see which tracks look the freshest?
Yeah, go ahead and make a let's say perception check.
Gotcha.
That was the kobold we let go, wasn't it?
Can I like aid this?
Yeah, you can also I say it wouldn't be help, but just also you roll as well.
Okay.
Okay, sure. My perception
It's a 9.
Lovely.
plus that's 14.
Cool. You can tell that none of these are like super fresh. The single set that goes out seems like it maybe a little bit more than a day old. And the one that goes the several that go out to the other one are various ages. Seems like it's been maybe a day or two. Some of them more earlier today, and some of them a day or two ago.
Mm-hmm. So they've all been here for a little bit.
Yeah, from what you know from Oris, they came in 2 or 3 days ago and scared out all the miners. Specifically 2 days ago. Sorry, yeah.
They had children? Okay. Let's see.
I'm much more of a mind to pick them off one by one, but I'm sure we could just go and kill them.
I think the bigger group will yield the biggest reward.
Amen, brother, amen.
I'll head off first. I'll charge up north. Wait, is
We're
it
all
north or
down
is
there,
it south?
yeah.
Is the one where all of them go?
South is the one where they all go.
I will charge south.
Cool. All right. So as you
All 5 of us are down there, yes.
yeah, you're all down
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
And we just leave without you guys. Get fucked.
Are you following the Ursign man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Carl knows what's up. He like motions back for you guys to come.
Archie is definitely still limping though, and is definitely still like leaning on Gwyn for support.
Yeah.
Can I try to pick her up?
Yeah. Make an athletics
back.
check.
You don't drop her.
Don't drop her.
Yeah. Oh, good. I get a +5 to that, which is great. 18.
Wowie.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're able to lift Archie off her feet. Carry her along.
All right, Gwyn. Is this like a piggyback ride? Or
Yeah,
are
what's
you
the-
fireman
Piggyback ride,
carrying?
bridal carry.
Are you giving Archie a
No.
bridal carry?
No, I pick her up with one tentacle and just swing her around.
It's just like a bat.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So as you all
Okay, wait, what's the final answer?
yeah. What's a
It's
Sorry.
bridal.
Okay.
nice. Okay.
Obviously, bruh.
Of course.
Well, of course.
As you approach into this next room, we know sort of Carl at the front, followed by Noro, Fenris, with the other two kind of coming up in the back. You'll see that there you come into kind of like a big open room. That M9. Tables and chairs are set up in this area. Makes sort of like a break room for the miners. And you'll see that there are 2 kobolds standing on top of the table, and there's a dead giant rat on the top of the table, and they're both kind of like poking it with spears as they look at you and sort of like screech as they see you. And they start kind of scrambling towards you. And you'll also notice the other kobold from earlier is curled up in a ball under the table. Yeah, so go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yay.
Yippee!
He said the thing.
He said the line. we go.
Lovely, lovely.
Cool. It's nice to see that my rolls are either awesome or terrible, depending on the day.
Yeah, I'm like, are we not just
both got
editing
nat
our
20s.
are we not editing our previous messages anymore?
It's up to you guys. We could do the previous message
Order.
thing, but I think also having a separate message with the actual order is going to help my brain a lot, or at least not having like extra text next to the numbers.
Well, here, what is it? I was gonna.
Yeah, no, I just kind of like fucking brain farted.
Yeah, you could do like what MJ did for yourself, Carson, and then you could edit it with like all the
Let me go ahead
new
and
monster.
do that. Is everybody's
initiatives.
Is everybody's initiative all like up to date and stuff?
Yeah.
Mine is, but I didn't
Mine
ask
is.
you that.
Okay, cool. Okay, so
Y'all are consistently rolling like 20s for.
I know, this is fucked up. I played D&D yesterday and I rolled 4 nat 1s, and my friend was like, roll to shoot your pants. If you roll an 8, you shoot your pants, and I rolled an 8.
Oh my god. Fucking okay, so
Role play at its finest.
ba-ba.
So what's your dexterity?
What is my dexterity? My dexterity is 16.
Oh, so is mine. How?
Do we just roll a d20?
Sure. 8.
Yeah, it's just D20, no
5.
modifiers.
So you go first.
Okay.
Cool. Sorry, I writing down this thing.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, yeah, so Gwen goes before Fen. Cool. Okay, sweet. Bah. Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and yeah, we're gonna start with Gwen. These two kobolds kind of like go into battle stance and start to point their spears at you as they're sort of approaching. What's your play?
Put Archie down gently. And how far away are they?
They're I'd say maybe like 10 feet away. They're kind of up on a table in the middle of the room, but they're relatively close.
We're close. Sick. Okay, I'll just saunter up and take a stab.
All right, go ahead and swipe at one of them.
12.
Cool. Unfortunately, that does miss as your kind of as your rapier kind of brushes up against their like the leathery hide of this kobold. It sort of just like sweeps right off without doing anything.
Okay, tentacle time.
Fuck this guy up.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
God
Yeah, Lord.
damn.
Going on?
Not 20. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're able to pick this guy up without much effort. And then you can roll for damage if you want to shock him.
1 damage.
Yeah, let's go. Fuck him up.
It's like hitting every single one of their attacks, but like it's just
This kobold will like yelp and kind of struggle against these tentacles as it goes to Fenris.
Fenris unsheaths his sword again, and there's really distinctly no expression in his face now, as he's just resolved to kill everything in this cave. It's a familiar mindset to him. I'm going to. So there's okay. Did 2 of them rush towards us, or did only one of them rush towards us, and the other one hasn't made a move yet?
Two of them are rushing towards you. They technically haven't like taken a turn or anything, but that was just like they're initiating combat with you. Like they're pulling their spears up and they're coming at you. Now it's your turn. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking shoot Greg with an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, Greg is Greg is the one that's being held wielded pulled off the ground with the tentacle grapple. Go ahead and make the roll to hit.
Yeah. 12. That's a natural 1.
Go ahead and still roll for damage real quick.
Oh yeah.
That is also a 1.
Yeah, so Gwen, you feel a little bit of like a searing heat on the back of your head as the Eldritch Bolt misses and veers into you,
Ow.
dealing 1
When
damage.
when Gwyn looks back, he notices that Fenris had just kind of flicked his hand like he wanted. Oh, sorry, did that hit you?
Yeah, it's fine though. It didn't hurt that much.
Damn, get pranked.
Hello.
I would like to just use my full movement to go up to them anyways, though.
Sure.
I'd like to use my bonus action to smack.
Cool. Okay, now it is it is Carl's turn.
It is Carl's turn. How close am I to them? 30 feet?
You're all kind of in the room. You'll see that Fenris and I keep saying Archie, Gwyn are right up on them, but you can pretty easily get close to them. It's only like 10 feet or 15 feet away.
I want to look back at Archie. How injured does she look to me?
Go ahead and make a perception check, and Archie, tell me how much health you have.
And I fucking, this is my worst thing. I got a 2. That's a 4, I think.
4. Yeah, Archie. Yeah, you just from what you intuit from earlier, they got pretty badly injured in their leg. You think they're, but you kind of don't really know. You're not too good with these kind of things. They got hurt.
Yeah, I look back at her and I just kind of like nod. I'm like, yeah, she's all right, and I run in.
Cool.
To whichever kobold is closer to me, Small or Gak or whatever the fuck his name is.
Damn. You can do either. Greg is being held up right now, and Small is kind of just standing there.
Yeah, then I'll move towards Small because Greg's being handled.
Lovely.
And I'm going to reckless attack.
Good.
It does an 18 hit.
18 does hit.
Yes, and that will be my great axe. It does 1 damage.
Yeah, you bring down your axe onto this noticeably smaller kobold, and you kind of just like shave off a bit of the skin on its arm, just like cutting into its flesh, as it yelps, and it kind of just immediately drops its spear.
What a fucking idiot.
Now it is
Archie turn.
Archie turn.
Yippee! Archie was noticed Fenris launching the Eldritch Blast into the back of Gwyn's head. Will glare at Fenris and then quickly hobble over to Gwyn and then cast Suture.
Lovely.
Fenris gives the most unimpressed raised eyebrow back.
Okay, but I healed for a huge 1 HP.
Yo,
Impressive.
insane.
That's just enough.
Insane.
Use a spell on
Dr.
healing 1
Carrot.
HP.
Doctor character, by the way. Incredible. Unprecedented, unmatched healing
One
capabilities.
HP on damage that probably didn't really matter that much.
Hey man, every hit point counts. Believe me, every hit point counts.
Heal yourself, damn it.
I did earlier. I'm fine.
All right, so Greg is going to try to seeing their friend get axed, is going to try to wiggle out of the grapple. I believe that's just another check. How I forget how like getting out of a grapple works.
Strength check.
Yeah, hold on, let me read this.
Yeah, is it just against some flat DC, or is it another kind of contested roll?
It says it's just a repeat of the first throw.
Cool. Lovely. Yeah, this guy will try to kind of struggle against the tentacles, but the fucking vice grip around him does not yield. He's gonna go ahead and try, using the spear he still kind of has in one hand that's sort of sticking out the side. He's gonna try to poke at you. Gonna go ahead and yeah. So as he's trying to flail this kind of like javelin like spear he has in his hand at your head, it kind of just like dips out to the side of you and it doesn't hit. It's gonna go ahead and back to Noro.
Gotcha. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Yeah. Yep. So, So how are they looking in terms of just like the
One of
battlefield
them
right
one of
now?
them has been shocked with tentacles, and the other one just got hit with an axe.
Okay. Is there anything I could take advantage of, like in the room that we're in?
In the room, it's a pretty plain room. There's a table that has some chairs at it. It seems kind of like a break room for the miners. That other kobold that escaped from earlier is now cowering kind of under the table, and otherwise it's a pretty empty room. There's kind of the entrance you came in from. Maybe some like plates and some discarded forks or some discarded mining equipment, also like pickaxes and shovels, kind of leaned up against the wall on the other side of the room.
Okay. Well, for the one that's near Archie and Gwyn, I'd like to fire a mind arrow at it.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll to hit.
10.
Unfortunately, the arrow does whiz past this guy who's kind of being, like kind of lifted in the air, maybe moving a little too much within the tentacles, but the arrow unfortunately misses. We're going to go to Small. Yeah, so Small, the smaller of the two kobolds, the one that kind of just got hit with the axe, dropped its spear, is just going to try to flee. It's going to kind of.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
It's you do get an opportunity attack. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
I
fuck,
cleave.
and I'm still reckless attacking, aren't I?
Wait, did I never send the picture of this room? Shit. Wait.
No, Carl cleaves both of its legs off.
Sorry.
Yeah, I got an 18 again.
God damn. Cool. Yeah, roll for damage. Yeah, you're an M9. That thing I just sent into in-game info. I forgot to do that. It's running up north.
That's a 4 that I hit it for.
Lovely. Yeah. So yeah, you hit it. You kind of just like cut down its back as it kind of like just lets out another screeching yelp and is just terrified. But it will skitter kind of up that pathway and out into the darkness.
He yells back and he's like, "Yeah, run."
We are now going to back top of the round, back to Gwyn.
Okay. Going to shock the one in my grasp for 2 damage.
Lovely.
And I'm going to try and stab it, and it whiffs because that's a 2.
Lovely. Sorry, did you do damage for the shock? Sorry.
Yeah, it was 2.
2, gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I
I
mixed
rolled
up
2 2s.
mixed up a number.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool. Yeah, so he fucking squeals and screams and is still trying to like wriggle out of this tentacle grasp. Now it is going to Fenris.
I mean, which ones remain?
So Small ran, you would imagine 30 or so feet up the up that pathway to the north, and then the other one is still just being held up by Gwyn, and also Scorp is still cowering under the table in the middle.
I guess I'll just attack the one that Gwyn's grappling with a melee attack.
Cool. Roll the hit.
Do I get advantage with grapple?
Grapple, no, it just restricts their movement. If they're like pinned or something or like incapacitated, then it would be with advantage. But for now, they just can't move. That's the only real difference.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 25 anyways.
Lovely, yeah. So you bring your sword down on this thing. What damage does it do?
It does 6 damage.
6 damage, yeah. We basically just like carved down the side of this thing's like back and into its arm as it's kind of just squealing and screeching. It kind of slows down a bit after this, but it's still alive. But it ain't looking too good. It is now Carl's turn.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably see that it's struggling. I'll honestly probably just walk over and also attack. Because might as well get the job done. Yeah, I'll take my axe down on him. Does a 24 hit?
Yeah, it does hit.
What? Okay, guys, so we know his... Okay, I'm not gonna make the choice again. I do 2 damage.
Lovely. Yeah, this as your axe swings down, it just kind of cleaves into the side of this thing's head, and it goes still.
Poor guy.
Down goes guy. Yeah. So now you're just left in a room. You hear the kind of scuttling of Smole, running away, and you're just kind of left in this kind of empty break room, with Scorp down under the table.
Oh yeah, he's still there, huh? Is he like sleeping or just cowering?
No, he's cowering. He's like clutching onto his hand. You can see him like muttering to himself.
Yeah.
Carl just... Oh, because he doesn't fucking speak common.
Well,
I can't get anything out of... Yeah, he knows how to say what.
What?
Kill.
What?
Kill it.
What?
You think he knows where?
Why?
He definitely does not
Probably
know
knows
why.
why.
What?
Mm.
But yeah, you guys are now, I would say, out of combat. But what's the play? What's everyone doing?
And the other guy scampered up north.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm in work mode. Carl will probably just follow it.
Follow it. You're trudging up that path.
Yes.
Right.
And he does the same motion as like, come on, guys, come on.
Cool.
Let's go kill the kobold guys.
Follow the leader.
Alright.
Yay.
Well, we still gotta kill Scorp.
Yeah, go
I don't know. Do we gotta kill Scorp?
Yes.
Scorp's scared of us.
were
We just have to ask
instructed-
him to leave.
Nah, we
I already
ain't getting
cut
paid
his
if we don't
hand- I
kill
already cut his
everything.
hand in half on accident. I think he's
On
real why.
accident.
It was on accident. He fucking slid down. I was just trying to stop him from falling off.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Man,
yeah,
Archie
sure,
cast brain rot on Scorp, bro.
Okay, really?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
All
bro.
right,
We
all right, go
gotta
ahead
kill
and-
all the kobolds.
Okay, so that's a
DC 14
con
con.
check. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, this guy does not resist. How much damage does that do?
That is 10 damage.
Yeah.
I have to be muted. I was wanting to ask if I could just fucking kill the thing so I could have its soul.
What? How do you guys? Up to you guys. What goes down? What happens?
Well, does he only have like less than 10 HP left?
Yeah, that would have killed him. Yeah, definitely. So this guy, his Scorp kind of is already shivering, curled up on the ground, clutches his head as he lets out another weak kind of yelp as he kind of just falls still.
This is awful.
This is really fucking brutal, bro.
I was mildly annoyed as like he was ready to like swing his sword into the thing.
Does Fenris have to deal the killing blow
What for
to
for the soul
to
thing?
claim it? Yeah, to claim its
Yeah.
soul. Damn,
Yep.
unlucky.
Just be faster next time.
Yeah, I just say something first, man. I don't know.
No.
I was muted and nowhere near my PC.
Oopsie.
Make coffee faster next time. I don't know.
So he's dead as fuck. Yeah.
Congratulations, you killed something out of combat.
War crimes.
Yeah, so the pathway continues up north, as Carl kind of continues to lead the way, and kind of goes down
There
this.
goes the probably completely planned Scorp quest line. That
As you guys go down this pathway, you kind of notice the walls are very close and it's very very dark. Most of the torches that are at this point have kind of burnt out. I think all of you have dark vision, or an
I
equivalent.
don't think I do.
I do.
Don't.
So I like to think Nora just kind of like helps Carl along the wall so that he doesn't trip over anything.
Yeah, it
Yes,
doesn't
that will be
smack into
greatly
the wall.
appreciated.
Yeah, these.
He's like holding his pinky.
Grabs him by the pinkies, like, come on.
Very helpful.
For those of you that can see, you can see that this is definitely just a mined out pathway. There's kind of little tiny sparklets of iron kind of in the wall, and different kind of gems. Nothing huge, literally just tiny little like microscopic flakes, but you can see them kind of glittering a little as you kind of descend down this curved walkway, and reach down. And at the end of the walkway, you reach another kind of section. You kind of curves back down and hits the pit. I sent into in-game info. You're coming down from that top section. down, and there's another wooden platform. Sorry, let me grab the thing real quick. Ba-da-ba.
What's that hole say? I just noticed it.
Shh, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there.
What do you mean?
Ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it.
To the center shaft, there's that kind of wooden walkway extends from this opening, and then runs toward another tunnel in the rock, kind of to the left. There is that kind of pulley system you saw from earlier, the one that it seemed that the kobold Scorp had kind of skittered across and then ran out into that tunnel to the north, ending up in that room that you came from. The path goes out to the left. There's that another kind of bucket pulley system that goes across it, across that pit, and down to the right. What's the play?
Okay, so the first one just lowered us down. I don't know how we're gonna get Carl across this one.
It's a similar sized bucket that goes across the pit.
I'll be safe. I count as regular size. Totally. I'll get back in it. I'll go first again.
Fenris Elden Ring emote leans against the wall watching.
Lovely.
He does full stance.
As you move your large body into this bucket on the side of the thing, you do hear like the rope once again kind of creak a little bit, as you.
But it's fine.
Yeah. As there's another kind of there isn't a crank on this platform, but you're able to just kind of reach up and onto the rope and pull yourself across, as you're kind of shuffling to this other side, and you make it to the other side, relatively unharmed. Still the loud roaring of the waterfall next to you, but you are now on the other side.
Would I be able to just kind of shape water myself across?
Don't think you can use shape water to hold up like your weight.
I don't
Point.
believe so. Let me double check shape water.
I'll just go the normal way. It's fine.
Sure. Yeah, you take your turn going across, and you get across unfazed. This time there wasn't any creaking in the rope. Your body's just a little bit smaller than the giant bear guy. But you make it across.
Also, in retrospect, I realized I do have dark vision.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I appreciate the help. I was just a little out of it.
Humongous.
It's okay. You got distracted. He was a little bit too much in work mode.
Yeah.
Lovely. What's is everybody else also going across?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'll go last.
Cool. Yeah, you all make it to the other side. Kind of, it takes a few minutes to kind of get this bucket back and forth over again. But you eventually end up on the other side. You are now on that wooden platform. There's kind of the two other cave entrances you can see, one to the right and one to the south.
Footprints. Do I notice them?
John.
Are there any tracks, anything that's indicative of someone moving in a specific direction?
Looking upon the ground, you do see it's kind of just dust and tracks on the floor. You see a few leading into the one to the right, but nothing down to the bottom. But they do seem quite old. You can tell that they're mostly humanoid. It seems like these are kind of the boots of the miners that were down here rather than kobolds.
Yeah, that's enough Minecraft cave sounds.
So yeah, from the from kind of what you can see just from where you're standing, the one on the right seems to be kind of just another large open room. It seems to be kind of a place where there was a large deposit of gems. But otherwise, the other room to your south is a lot smaller. But it is also a lot darker. There don't seem to be any torches inside of it.
So there's M12 is like the room full of gems.
M13 is the one with the gems. The one to the bottom is a lot darker, but it seems like a smaller room.
Nora kind of peeks his head inside to see if he can just kind of get a look of what's in there.
Yeah. As you kind of stick your head in, you'll see that there's not much in this room. It seems to be small and dusty, but you do notice something that strikes you as very strange. A fossilized skull partially juts out on the back wall of this small room, kind of 5 feet off the ground. The skull is a little stranger than what you'd imagine. The eye sockets on the skull are larger than that on a normal kind of human person. There's a strange kind of ridge between the two eyelids, and where you would expect to see teeth on the skull is just flat bone with 4 holes, kind of going through it.
Neuro, kind of. Can I make like a check?
You can go ahead and make a nature check, yeah.
Okay.
Is this like in view of us?
Yeah, you can all see this if you'd like.
And Carl's not looking. Carl's just trying to figure out which way to go.
Fuck, I don't know what it is. That's a nat 1.
Did you say a nature check?
Go ahead
Did you
and
say a nature check or
go ahead and make a nature or an arcana check.
I would like to as well.
I like
That
that idea.
is.
Either way, I rolled a fucking 1. So
That's my fucking arcana.
Oh,
What
I
the
got
fuck
a
is my
2.
Arcana?
Nice.
That is a 19 on arcana.
21 on Arcana.
Lovely. You two are both able to identify that this is a skull of a mind flare. You're not sure how it's gotten up this far from the Underdark, and you don't know why it's embedded in the wall. This could be anyone's guess, but yeah, you do. This is a skull of an illithid.
would I kind of feel anything at all?
When you're looking at it, you do feel kind of a very faint, like weird sort of pulsing noise from the inside of it, but nothing that you can discern really.
I do not like that.
A mind flayer. Lovely. Just what we needed.
Well, it is dead, but that's not necessarily disconcerting.
Is Naru still holding the skull?
He's not holding
Nobody's holding. He's just looking at it. It's like embedded in the wall right now. It's like sticking out partially.
I don't think a mind flayer can be dead enough. Frankly.
Nora kind of like looks around the skull just to kind of like see more details on it. If it's like embedded in the wall, he wants to see like why it's embedded in the wall.
Yeah, it seems like the back half of the skull is kind of just like smoothly like with no creases or anything, just in the back of the wall, but the front half of it, is sticking out. As you get closer to it, you can see kind of like a faint, very very faint, like kind of glittering purple light coming from behind the eye sockets.
Aura.
Neuro Neuro kind of like sticks his fingers inside the eye sockets.
Lovely. As you kind of like, yeah, you sort of try sticking your fingers in the eye sockets. The eye sockets are a lot bigger. You're almost able to fit your entire like hand in, but like operation style, the kind of edge of your hand hits the side of the skull, and it kind of almost like as if it was very fragile, just almost made of like dust at that point. Sort of like cracks in the whole front of the skull, just like caves in and falls to the ground, revealing that on the inside of where the of kind of where the brain would have been is this like sparkling kind of purple jewel, just resting on kind of the bottom part of where the skull was in that kind of concave little hole in the wall.
Neuro like kind of grabs
Don't
it.
touch that. Don't touch it.
Gwyn, could you see
Did
what Morel
that
thinks
stop
of-
Naru from touching it? Sorry, wait.
It stopped him from touching it. It was like he reached inside, but like as soon as the skull cracked, he like pulled his hand away.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what was that? Archie?
Gwyn, could you see what Morel thinks of that gem in the Mind Flayer skull?
Yes,
What?
I will go ahead and hold it.
Fenris is also wordlessly going to put his blade next to the gem.
Cool. As you lift the compass, Moral or good old buddy, over to the gem, it's sort of awake. It doesn't the needle of the compass initially kind of points at the gem, but then kind of just goes back to default pointing at the person who's holding it, Gwyn. As you lift the sword next to it, although immediately the compass strikes its needle straight towards the sword and kind of just keeps focused on that.
Nothing.
Noro kind of
Does
like
my sword do
tries-
anything?
As your sword goes up to it, nothing particular, nothing interesting happens.
Noro again tries to kind of reach out to it, like the gem, to see if like his mind reacts to it in any way.
Yeah, as you get closer, you can sort of feel you specifically. Nobody else necessarily notices this, but you do continue to hear that kind of like throbbing noise from it, sort of like a pulse almost, get a little bit louder as you go closer.
I do just want to Arcana check it. And that's a dirty 20, 18 plus 2.
All right, let me double check some things.
Is it plus 2? It should be plus 2, I'm pretty certain. It's at least plus 2. Yeah, it's plus 2.
Yeah, as you can sort of focusing on it more, you can definitely tell that this is sort of what remains of the Mind Flayer's brain. Maybe some sort of trauma that it endured, or something strange happened upon its death, and its kind of mind itself has sort of crystallized into this form in front of you.
Is that a fucking thing in Baldur's Gate 3? Wait.
I have no idea.
I swear to God, I fucking remember that.
Let me open up the game real quick and find out.
I have not gotten very far in Baldur's Gate, so if it is, I have no idea.
Yo, me for real.
It's the remains of its brain.
What can I like?
Fenris sort of straightens for a second, and he realizes now that they've seen a Grell and a Mind Flayer skull in the same area, and he begins looking around him. Not alarmed, but a degree more worried than he was before, and says, "I think we're near the Underdark. I think we're much closer to the Underdark than we would like to be."
Do I know shit about the Underdark?
Only kind of from tales of what you know. You don't know too much. You know there's kind of a race of elves that live there as well as dwarves. But not the normal kind that you're usually privy to. Otherwise, you don't know much besides it's just very, very dangerous.
Right.
There are strange monsters down there that you never would want to encounter.
Down to the Underdark. Down to the Underdark.
No, we're not near the Underdark. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You're making that up.
Also, Carson, I said a DM.
Let me see. Did you? I don't
And
have
while
a
you guys are
DM.
doing this, Carl is just in looking at the other room. He's not entered this room.
Did you send me DM? I don't have any DM from you.
I see that you sent me a DM, John. I'm not gonna open it.
Okay, let me... Whoops, you're like at the top of my thing. Hold on. Alright, that message is gone. There we go.
Right.
Message the DM, not the planes.
Tell us all of your character secrets.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Otherwise, what's what's the play?
Yeah, guys, I'm actually a Grell. Okay.
I actually am infected with a Mind Flayer parasite.
Well, the compass doesn't react to it, and I only feel something faint coming from it, though it probably wouldn't be the best idea for me specifically to grab it.
Hey, Carl, you see that shiny thing over there?
If you say I
I
get so
really
I go,
wouldn't.
what? There's a thing?
I wouldn't touch the thing. Who knows if its elder brain is still around?
Yeah, that's. I don't think I want to touch anything that is related to an elder brain.
What older brain is.
I could just destroy it.
It
But
sounds
I
the
feel
best
like
option.
that might be a slight waste.
Better than touching it.
Does anyone have a scrap of cloth or something?
Nero just kind of like fumbles through like his satchel, just pulls out a rag.
Can I wrap the shard, the little purple crystal in the
Sure.
pouch, and then just hand it to Naro?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead and kind of, sort of cloth in hand, you sort of pry it out the wall with a little bit like of crumbling gravel behind it as it sort of dislodges. Yeah, and you go ahead and kind of wrap it up in a cloth, and you can hand it over to Noro.
As Fenris hands the little crystal over to Noro, he gives him a slight smirk, a slightly knowing smirk.
Neuro kind of like raises an eyebrow, a la the frickin' the fucking emote, and like takes it in his hand and kind of wraps it in twine before, just so it doesn't open up in his bag, and then slips it in there.
Cool. Lovely.
Would it react in any way to the crystalline spearhead still in his bag? Because he still has that.
It's wrapped up in cloth. It doesn't necessarily make
shit.
contact. Nothing in particular happens.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you put it down. As you're holding it, you kind of you intuit that it's something that you can attune to.
It's something that I can attune to.
Yeah, out of for the in the kind of D&D context, I believe it's over a short rest. You can focus on this object and attune to it, and use some sort of you can kind of learn more about it and use some sort of capability of it. Although you don't know what this thing really. Although you don't know what this thing is or what it does.
Nora kind of like stares at it for a moment, like just a little bit too long before putting it into the bag.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Was I correct in assuming it's a bit more useful intact than not?
Well, I guess that stands to be seen. For now, we have a job to do.
Fenris nods his head.
Lovely.
Let's go kill something.
Let's. Nora stands up and stretches before moving on.
Are we going to join Carl in the other room?
Carl's with us.
Yeah, sure.
I've come in once my name has been called, but I'll head out hearing the word job and be like, yeah, there's a job.
He's a businessman.
He like walks in and he hears job and then turns back around.
Yeah, as you peeking into that kind of M13 room, you can see that there's kind of sparkling geodes, greet you as you enter this room, and the gems are kind of partially exposed in certain places, sticking out from the walls and like glassy kind of shards. The floor rises near the eastern wall, leaving a natural ridge of stone. With the kind of ramps coming up to the side. Otherwise, there's nothing of particular note in here. You can tell that if you were to spend a long time in here, kind of chipping away with pickaxes, doing the job of a miner, you could probably get some gems out of here. But otherwise, there's nothing quite loose in this room.
Yeah. And Carl looks around and he's like, useless. Do we have to fucking go back with the bucket again?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll perception.
Sure, go ahead.
That's nice. It's 19. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, as you.
No, I have rolled lower than this. It's fine. I was like, what?
Yeah, as you
be rolling.
As you look around, yeah, it's mostly as it seemed. You can tell that there's some crystal gems that are a little bit sticking out further than the others. They're still lodged in, but it would take a little bit of time to get them out. But it seems like you've identified a few that might take a little shorter time to do so.
Don't see anything hiding. So do we have to go back?
It seems so. Yeah, over here there isn't much here.
So we went south, so we just need to go north now.
You came in from the north. There still is that kind of offshoot to the northwest that you haven't explored.
So did we just lose track of all of those fucking tracks that were on the ground?
From what you've seen, there weren't any kobold tracks on this side of the rope.
God damn it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Also, let me grab water real quick. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, same.
I'm gonna pee.
Intermission.
Yo, I can light my joint for a second and smoke a bit.
Let's fucking go. I'll light mine back up too. I get to be free from mute when it's break time.
Okay, hello.
No more break time.
Oh.
What? Oh.
Okay, I can still sit out here and smoke until I need to kill something.
Okay. Yeah. So I imagine you guys just go over the rope, over the back of the bridge, back over the bridge.
I think Finn's.
Yeah, we just go over again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone went to the bathroom. I don't know if it was
Oh,
Finn
okay.
or MJ.
Oh, MJ did. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Okay.
no worries.
MJ went to go to the bathroom and also get a glass of water.
Lovely.
Hydration.
I thought I was supposed to be the fucking psychopath. Like, what?
Poor
What's
goddamn
happening?
kobolds, how could you do this to me? How could you give them names, Carson? Just give them numbers and let me pretend they don't have lives and personalities and aren't named fucking Small.
Look, it's not my fart name.
Fucking
Right?
Small and Scorp and Stitch.
Babies.
And they're dead.
To be fair, they
all
probably
dead.
would've-
They're all dead, and you killed them.
To be fair, they all probably would have bitten our throats out if they had the chance.
You don't know. Don't
Yeah, I do
generalize.
know.
They literally attacked.
You guys didn't even let me kill them so that they could live the rest of their eternity in my blade. Now they're probably
Yeah.
now they're probably in some fucking like dragon hell or something.
Yeah, probably granted them mercy, honestly.
Fucking, they're in Uber hell right
I
now.
would rather be in the sword than dragon hell, I think.
Yeah, would you rather be with the sword or Tiamat? Like, I think there's a better option. Goddamn, the god rolls though.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys have
everybody's-
crit like
I don't.
3 times today, I think. 4 times? How many times have you guys crit today?
We've gotten like 5 crits today.
It's like I think there's been 3 or 4 natural 20s, and then there's been a handful of dirty 20s as well. It's been fucked up. It's been real fucked
No,
up.
Carson, I swear. Like this campaign, I roll like crazy, but the other campaign, I roll like absolute garbage, dude.
I'm
It's
glad
so
it's not
bad.
just me though, because genuinely, like, I would think that the fucking Google rolling thing is like fucked.
Yeah,
Was
no.
it
But then it's just
Google
every
roll?
time I don't need to fucking make a roll, I get like a 3 or something, and then every other time, I mean, granted, my stats are good. Like, it is just like I have a decent amount of proficiencies, and my stats are all pretty high. But like, fuck, dude.
Every time like I've made like it's like on and off for me. It's a flipped coin. Sometimes I like roll like half well, and sometimes I just roll ass. And these guys have played Baldur's Gate with me. I've had like a really high dexterity.
I've seen this guy
like,
fail
almost
to pick a
20.
chest like 28 times in a row.
Mind you, this is with like 18 dexterity, and I still fail fucking rolling it.
Are we ending here?
Okay,
Oh,
we back. We
Oh,
back.
no.
Still,
we
we're
just
still
went
good.
to
We're still
kill.
good. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Nah,
Gotcha.
the session's just beginning.
We're just getting in. Yeah. Okay.
Get outta here.
As you you guys can. We figured that you guys crossed back to the other side. In our
Yes.
if you're deciding to head left, you see kind of the it seems like kind of a long outstretched tunnel, and you'll see lurking in this dusty tunnel are 3 skittish kobolds. One of them carries kind of this pretty large satchel, a lot large, a little too big for them, it seems, kind of dragging onto the ground, and wears a fake pair of dragon wings made out of thin wood and a tattered white cloth.
Don't
This
burn
kobold
the
kobold
wings.
immediately raises his hands in surrender, saying in common and a lot like more fluent speech than the rest, we mean you no harm. Please don't hurt us. And
Where's your boss?
this kobold kind of has there's 2 other kobolds like standing kind of beside this one carrying spears, and then also you'll notice Small, the one that got away, is kind of cowering behind this one. And this kobold will say, my name is Trex. I'm the leader of these kobolds, and
blow a golf ball sized hole through his mouth.
Cuts him off, kills him instantly.
This kobold speaking common says, the winter above has made it unsafe for us to live out, and we took refuge inside of this mine, and before we could explain ourselves, all the miners ran out in fear. But I promise we didn't mean anybody harm by the time we got in here.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna insight check just passively.
Sure.
Same here.
Yeah.
You'll
we-
never
we-
guess what number I rolled.
I do
Does
see
it
that.
start-
Twenty?
That's a 20.
Does it start with a 2 and end in a 0?
It actually doesn't start. Oh no, wait. Okay, never mind. I can't make a clever joke. Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
Lovely. Yeah.
You got an 8.
17.
This
Actually
kobold.
starts with a T.
This kobold will continue to say, you know, the winter has made it unsafe for my kind, but we promise you can if you let us stay here, we can work, we can earn our stay if you let us stay here and don't let anything happen to us. And from your insight check, you can tell for the most part what this kobold is saying is true, but there's something maybe in the glint in their eye or something about them, about this kobold in particular, the one that's able to speak, you know, fully common, that they're hiding something from you. They're not being fully truthful.
Oh, come now. Don't do that. Fenris like starts walking closer. He's like, what is it? What's the catch? What's the thing that you're not saying?
What? There's nothing wrong. These poor kobolds, they just need a place to stay.
You do realize we could kill you all.
And that's why I'm literally begging you with my life. We wouldn't be able to fight against you. There's nothing we would be able to do but we're preying on your kindness to let us live.
I don't think you should prey on this guy's kindness.
Fenris is like
Wrong guy
Fenris is
right
giving
there.
him like a raised eyebrow.
Nora just
You're
kind of
not
like
mentioning
passively tries
something.
to pick up on anything from this kobold.
This kobold will like continue to kind of like hold this large satchel close to them as they're backing up as you approach.
I'll level with you. I have as little reason to want to kill you as not. So, make it easy for us.
This kobold will kind of like stroke its chin for a moment and will say, "Okay, if you let us live, we'll work here. We'll work for free and we'll earn our keep. Tourmaline will be richer for having us."
I think you've got to take that up with the town speaker.
And I would like to if I didn't have to, you know, speak to this fine gentleman in front of me.
I suppose we could speak to the speaker for you, but
You can't make any
he
promises.
does. Like Fenris looks back at the rest of the party to see what they're thinking.
Carl definitely looks like he does not want to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, now you don't want to kill them.
I didn't realize.
What you
He, like,
didn't
fucking
realize what?
actually-
Fenris
realized-
You gotta give him a
his
break.
eyebrow
He has
has
7
not
intelligence.
moved.
He has 7 intelligence.
Yeah, this guy does not know anything.
Nora like approaches the kobold and says, "Well, if you are so willing to work with us, then you wouldn't mind if I check you, would you?
You'll
Just
see
because, you know, since we're allies now."
this fucking Trex that this kobold has introduced
Fenris
itself
does.
as Trex. Wait, shit, I forgot to send a picture of it. Sorry.
I would just like to add Fenris does sheath his sword
Sure.
slowly.
Yeah, as you know, as Nora approaches and sort of you know, proposes, kind of checking, you'll see if this kobold like cartoon gulps and is like, what do you mean?
Nora just kind of like just kind of pulls a Celebrimbor. I'm sure Seb would understand. As he kind of like in a one moment he's like standing next to Fenris, the other he's like right up on this kobold with like a thumb and like full hand gripped around his head. He's like, "Tell me."
As you get close to
read his intentions.
as you get close to Trex, you'll kind of feel the minds in the area, all the kobolds, you know, feeling similar. But this one, you sense there's that same kind of mind deep within this, but it seems to be slumbering in a way, and there's a much more strong and powerful kind of essence within this kobold, something else that's kind of pulling the strings and taking over the consciousness of this thing. But as you realize this, the eyes of Trex kind of roll back into its head as its body goes limp for a moment, and you see a very bright blue light leap out from this from the head of Trex. Go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Me?
All of us?
No, just Noro.
God damn. Okay.
Say the line, DM. Say the line.
Can I don't. Whether or not this does anything, I would also just like to, after the saving throw is made, of course, on instinct, cleave this thing with my fucking sword.
Sure, yeah. We'll see what happens with the
Its
saving
body
throw.
explodes. Okay, so that's an 18.
An 18.
Oh.
As this you just barely feel this like kind of white light just like strike your forehead, and all of a sudden, you know, with lots of like resistance, you know, you're barely able to hold on, but it just gives in, and you feel your body being taken over. You feel yourself, you fall into the back, fall into
What
the.
the fuck? What
you
was
feel,
the DC on this shit?
you feel yourself fall into the back of your own mind as something else takes control. Everybody else would see Noro's kind of body slouch over for a moment. In this moment, Fenris, you know, strikes down with his sword at Trex. You can go ahead and roll damage. You can roll for.
Oh no, not. I wasn't striking at Trex. I was striking at the light that was coming out of him. So like I was at the air, not at him.
As your sword goes through this, you kind of see like this like crackling around your sword as this white light is slowly drawn towards your sword, but it just wasn't quick enough as this kind of wraps around it. But you can tell it definitely interacted sort of strange with whatever this light was. DM. Yeah, let me peep.
We're fucked.
Oh, that's a very good point. Okay. Yeah, so as this happens, as Noro, you feel yourself go into the back of your mind, you feel your body kind of loosen. And yeah, you can kind of as your body goes limp, yeah, you can go ahead and describe what that might look like, Noro.
So,
Oh yeah.
so to everybody looking, the moment like his body begins to go limp, you could see Noro's skin, the previously kind of, you know, since we're like, you know, in this sort of warm kind of area, you know, like the tanned kind of sweaty skin begin to like almost darken. You see like sort of tendrils, sort of like as like veins kind of run down Noro's like exposed arms around the scars. You could see that the scars are still very much there, but the veins sort of tend to ink in, like as if like a black ink were spreading across like a sheet of paper as Noro kind of collapses to the floor. His jacket's still obscuring most of his body, but you notice like his hands begin to sort of lengthen and his fingers stretch out as his body grows beyond that sort of 5-foot frame to something much closer to Fenris in height. Everybody make an Arcana or survival.
I would think it would either be nature or Arcana. Either one would work.
Everybody make a nature or Arcana check.
I got a nat one.
I got a 16. Let me just see what my fucking nature Arcana you said.
Nature
I have
or
the same
Arcana.
bonus in either, so it's 18.
Oh, Arcana, oops.
What do you think the DC would be on this?
I mean, in my mind, I had it 15 before, so let's just go with that. So I'm not like changing after hearing rolls and shit. That was
Gotcha.
the thing in my mind. Cool. Yeah. So that was both Archie and Fenris would recognize this this kind of form, at least that's taking, is a doppelganger. A kind of foul monster that generally speaking, you know, takes the form of people to kind of replace them in society, and kind of they'll kill the original host and take their place, all in order to live a lazier and carefree life. Usually they'll take places of like lords and kings, so they can live in a very regal, like easy environment, anything to do the least amount of work possible. But you do find it very strange that a doppelganger would have taken the place of a hunter. It doesn't. That's something about that seems, very strange, because that's not an easy lifestyle. That's, an actively very difficult and harsh one. But nonetheless, is this body kind of, before it slumps over, kind of still standing, but its body kind of laying over, it'll sort of stretch up out straight.
A quick thing, as he kind of rolls over, that necklace that he had before rolls out from underneath the shirt now that it's like tighter, and you see like that owl bear, like that sort of resin owl bear necklace kind of still tightly gripped around the neck now that his body's bigger, but they can see that now.
Yeah, he has a necklace with kind of an owl bear encased in owl bear eye encased in like resin around it. But as this thing upstretches, you'll see its body kind of like writhe, and bits go longer and then shorter and back, and then after kind of a moment of concentration, its body kind of forms back into the normal shape of what Noro looks like before, as whatever thing has entered his mind is kind of getting back into control, and it quickly scrambles down and rips the satchel off of Trex's body.
Can I cast command as it's reaching for the satchel?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I cast power word?
So it needs to it needs to roll a, is it wisdom or charisma? A wisdom saving throw, or follow my command until the next time.
Okay.
So the DC is 14.
Lovely. Ooh. What command are you saying? What single word command?
He's just going to like point his sword directly at Noro's neck and say "out."
For a moment, you see this thing hesitate, but it continues to shrug it off, and then quickly, it'll try to dart to the ground, grab this bag, and look back up at you as it does so, all the kobolds around it are just staring on in horror. These things don't know what the fuck is going on. They just see that Trex has fallen to the ground, and you'll see them kind of scrambling to try to like drag his body kind of westward, like down the cave, kind of back into that corner. But as this thing rises to its feet, I want everybody to roll for initiative.
You said the line.
I was gonna ask as well. Would I be able to try and grapple him?
On your turn, you can go ahead, but I want to get everyone's initiative and then go from that.
So that's 17.
Okay, cool. Complete this. And then I will roll for Noro right now. Yeah. So how this works is right now every time on this thing's turn, Noro, you're going to have to roll a intelligence check or a
What the fuck was the saving throw? Jesus Christ! I rolled an 18.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do not let that thing near Carl.
Okay.
Also, for people who like want to know what that looks like, or like,
oh yeah, whatever the thing is, yeah.
Form is like, here's what it looks like in VC.
Art.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
I didn't draw
okay,
this. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That is the much less fucked up looking doppelganger. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that it was this one. I thought that it was a regular 5th edition doppelganger, which is like terrible. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible creature.
Oh, let me see. 5e.
Yeah, wait. I'm sending an image. It's taking a second though.
Oh, his head is like translucent.
Yeah.
I thought it was this.
Oh yeah, good point. I like this one a little bit better.
Which one? What do you mean?
The one I sent before.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that. Like, I thought that's what you meant.
Oh yeah. That's just his natural color.
I love him.
Getting everyone's initiative. 1 second.
Do I roll for initiative?
Unfortunately not. This whatever this thing in your head is, we'll be doing that for you.
Bastard.
Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head.
All right. Yeah. So while you're under possession of this thing, let me.
Trex is not fucking 3 feet tall. Fuck off. What are you talking about?
Trex is 3 feet tall.
It says 1 inch tall.
211 versus 3 foot.
What the fuck is this thing?
If like as this is all like as combat is about to say, Fenris would like to just sigh and say, "I wish Garuk was here."
The boy, the guy.
Yaruk.
The dude. Oh, they don't know about Garuk. They don't know about the saddest fucking half orc in existence.
Okay, yeah. So you have a spear, correct? Like that's just your like standard melee weapon, Noro.
Yes.
Okay.
I also have 3 daggers, a crossbow, and
Oh
Yeah.
12
god.
grenades.
And 17 handguns. Okay, cool.
oh
I
yeah, and the
also-
crystal spearhead inside my bag.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
also know power word kill.
Okay. Oh yeah. So we'll start this combat off with Fenris. What would you like to do? You just saw your friend a white light fly into their head. They fell to the ground. Their body shapeshifted for a moment before like coming back to normal, and then their body kind of grabbed the satchel and then kind of stood up and is now kind of just standing there. It's the
Fenris really looks a lot less surprised than you would think. He raises his sword and he just says, not quite under his breath, it's still audible, but not, broadcasting it. He says to his sword, "Try not to kill him, love." And then I'm going to make a melee attack.
all right. Roll for.
Is he using my hit points, by the way?
It is still your hit points. Yes.
Oh, that's fine.
That is that's 12.
12 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. That does not hit.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what's your AC? I thought your AC was
My AC is 14.
14.
Weak pussy baby.
What's your? Wait, sorry. Blinks one eye at a time.
I've done more damage than everyone else in this party combined.
Wait, I think your AC should be 11. I think because you're not wearing any armor and your Dex is just +1. Or where's the other?
Oh wait, hold on. Let me see. I was thinking about like my subclass grants me a little bit of a bonus too.
Oh yeah, what's that do?
This level?
Points you gain.
Oh, let me double check.
2 sorcery points. You can never have more than 20 points.
I might be mistaken.
I don't think Aberrant Mind gives you AC.
Just double checking.
Imagine not having AC 18 at level 2.
Insane.
Imagine not being able to boost your AC up to 25. And get resistance to all damage. Lol.
Oh, this might have been like a boost to AC from a previous thing that I never ended up correcting.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
No
it's
worries.
11.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, so that hits, and then what was the damage you said?
I didn't roll the damage because I thought I didn't hit. That is 10 damage.
Oy. Yeah, that hits him pretty hard, and as your sword draws closer and begins to cut through it, you see that kind of white light being drawn out and like close to the blade. It doesn't quite fully get into it, but you can see kind of like parts of it sort of like tear off violently and fall into your sword, kind of like beads of water being drained from a larger pool. As you cut into this thing. It
Nora
also
fucking stumbles back because its chest literally got torn.
Oh fuck! Yeah, this Nora's body now kind of like almost crouching down, like clutching onto the satchel that it's now wearing. Hesitates, and on its turn it will go ahead and try to make a simple melee attack. I suppose on Fenris, as it's the closest one. It'll pull out its
This guy doesn't
spear.
have my powers.
He isn't even aware that you're a sorcerer really. But whatever this thing is, it pulls out Noro's spear and makes a normal ass spear attack. Completely missing. This thing is not very adept at wielding a spear. and it kind of fumbles with it and sort of just clinks into the wall next to Fenris. And
Fenris
Noro,
would like to like. So wait, the spear like went to the side of me.
Yeah, like as they held it and like tried lunging forward with it, they kind of got off balance and sort of just like clinked into the wall next to you.
I'm like to, even just for flavor wise, like of course you could like yank it out. I just want to like grab the spear and like pull him ever so slightly closer and just say, "I'm going to devour you."
The Noro, go ahead and make a. I think we. Yeah, go ahead and make another intelligence check. Sorry.
Yeah, I rolled preemptively. That is a 19 plus 1. That's a 20.
Lovely. You're sort of in the back of your head right now. You sort of like have fallen back. Your vision kind of like seemingly distant, far in front of you, but out of sheer willpower and out of concentration, you feel that vision kind of slowly come back into face as you feel your body kind of lurch forward, and this kind of blue white glowing light kind of seeps from the front of your brain, and sort of like shoots out and is now kind of floating in the air above you. It is as this kind of happens, you kind of gain control of your body once more, and this thing is floating in the air, and okay.
So do I roll for initiative, or am I just
no, you're still
roll?
at your current initiative, which is 16, and then this thing is, I just rolled new initiative for it and it landed on 20, so it's at the top of the next round. So now it is Archie's turn. Now that you see this just floating kind of glowing light above Noro's body.
Can I make like some kind of check to discern like that Noro is Noro again?
Go ahead and make a. That's a very good
Noro's
question.
just sitting over there like heaving because his chest is still very much cut open.
Go ahead and make either just like a make an insight check. I think that's an appropriate thing.
This is really just like the fucking rest of the party that's not right up there. Just what the fuck is going on?
14.
14. You really have no idea what happened to his body earlier, but it seems like there are kind of two different things going on right now. You don't really know what the fuck is going on, but it seems that whatever was controlling Noro's body for a moment is whatever that white light is. And outside of that, you don't really know what's going on, but it seems like he's heaving and cacking on the ground right now. So you can kind of infer from that he's probably not under control anymore. But again, you don't really know what the fuck was going on before that.
Bro, both of mine and Archie's minds are like actually racing right now. Dude, what the hell?
What the fuck? Sorry, no, you succeeded the check earlier. You know that before that was a doppelganger. So you know that whatever this person that you knew as Noro is in fact, it seems to be a doppelganger. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. So you can tell that whatever this white light is kind of a separate occurrence from this, and maybe its control on his body for a brief moment kind of released the doppelganger's kind of form for a moment before it kind of reformed as it kind of got back in control.
Wait, who got the highest check specifically?
It was Fenris, I believe.
I got a 23.
You got 23.
You got a 23.
Yeah.
I think I got an 18 plus 2, so I got 20 still.
Yeah.
Okay, so specifically, Archie, you would begin to think about like how doppelgangers work, and you'd find it odd specifically that Noro is in the form that he's in, because typically doppelgangers don't take on new identity. Doppelgangers don't make new identities; they take old ones.
Sure.
Okay.
Fun. But yeah, no, it is still Archie's turn after you kind of discern what was going on. What do you do?
No, I still have to take my turn.
Shit, sorry, I hit the mic.
Oh.
Oh.
Archie are
I
quite
know
literally
what's going on.
all like too shocked to move is just gonna like put a hand on Gwen's shoulder and say just and whisper just don't get yourself hurt and just pass her turn.
Lovely.
Oh,
All right, so now that goes to Gwen. What's your move?
I guess I'll try to grab at the light with my tentacles. It seems kind of like discorporeal, but
Interesting. Okay.
whatever. Actually, no, I won't do that. Sorry. That's very not smart.
Can I give a suggestion as Fenris?
Sure.
Yes.
Could you drag Noro away, please? I'm going to kill this. I'm going to kill it very, very hard.
Okay. I will do that. Just heave Noro up.
As you pick Noro up, Noro, like, although he's like injured, he's like looking up at the thing in the air, and it's probably the most angry, like visibly angry you've seen Noro. He like
Oh yeah.
he leans forward, he's like, "Ore no karada o okuto moemasu ka?"
Fucking cursing in
yeah.
Elvish.
I would
Exactly.
like to add Fenris like has a massive grin on his face. Like it's wider than you've ever seen it.
Oh yeah.
To the people who speak Elvish, he said something along the lines of, "Think you can take my body, huh? You fucking bastard! I'll kill you."
I'll fucking go. Yeah. So Gwen, you can pretty successfully. It's pretty easy to drag him away, but this ghost, as it sees you kind of dragging away, will sort of like. It kind of almost looks like a
ghost.
It kind of almost looks like a blob of water almost, as it kind of has like droplets of it sort of like stretch out and reach toward Noro, who's still like wearing this like weird satchel things, as it kind of like idly follows his body as it goes forward. And
Put my sword in between them.
I was gonna say next on the turn is Carl. What's Carl doing at this moment?
Moment.
Okay, so currently I see Noro being dragged off by Gwyn and a faint
A weird
lights
glowing
kind
light
of
following it, like sort of like hastily.
And not to be dumb, but Carl is dumb. So he's probably gonna hit the lights.
Hit that thing real good. Hit that fucking thing.
And you know what? I'll reckless attack it. I'm really mad at that light. I've seen it take over this innocent man's body. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for damage.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. All right. So as you swing down your large battle axe at this white glowing light, it sort of halts for a moment and like desperately tries reaching out towards the satchel, but before it can, your axe just cleaves straight through it. And as it does, this kind of liquid form, it sort of like wraps around the head of the blade and slowly seeps into it until it fully disappears.
Oh my god, I like do a little fucking try to shake it off like I spilled sauce on it or something.
As you're trying to shake it off, you see like it's sort of like lashing out and sort of writhing and wriggling as it's still trying to reach towards the satchel, but eventually it sort of settles and you can see it fully fade away inside the head of the axe.
Is it your like battle axe or is it your like axe hand?
It's my battle axe.
The battle axe, yeah.
Okay.
So whatever this is, it kind of seeped into the head of this battle axe. And for now
you have
we can
an enchanted weapon now.
And for now we can drop initiative, and you guys have successfully, maybe dealt with whatever this thing is. And you see the kobolds on the ground, still truly flabbergasted. Trex has kind of come back into consciousness and is sort of still cowering with the rest of the kobolds, and is still like kind of holding his hands out and like surrender and trying to like still terrified of you guys. What's
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to whatever the fuck is in that satchel that Naro is holding.
Mhm.
I'm gonna dump it onto the ground, and I'm gonna get extremely ready to instantly cleave my sword through it.
as you pour the contents of this bag, it's a pretty ratty bag. It's kind of cloth. It seems like it's sized for kind of a normal person rather than a kobold. As you dump it out, it's there's various like leaves and shrubbery, different kinds of like lichen, maybe like small flowers and leaves. Go ahead and make a nature check.
It's weed.
It's weed.
17 plus 2, 19.
19. You can tell that these are lots of like shrubbery and plants and stuff, all native to Icewind Dale. Particularly like near kind of the Kelvin's Cairn region, like the giant mountain kind of in the center of Icewind Dale. But none of them seem, any particular like use or anything like valuable necessarily. But you can all tell there's definitely native from that region.
Mm-hmm. So, would it be something I would know whether or not the ghost is entirely gone, or whether or not
all
those
you
things are
saw
binding it?
All you saw is that it seeped into the axe.
Oh, it seeped into. Oh, okay, I didn't catch that part. All
Oh
right.
yeah. No, when Carl swung down the axe, it's kind of like it was trying to wriggle away from it and try to reach out towards the bag, but it's sort of like that water, almost like as if it was on cloth. Seems like it seeped into whatever the axe is.
Yeah, Carl's
Yeah,
not
I'm
very
gonna
happy with that.
put my fucking sword against Carl's axe
You can see
just
bits
to
of
see what happens first.
You can see a bit of like kind of white like seep to the surface, that bit of that like blue white kind of glow. But it seems to be pretty stuck into whatever into this axe. It does seem to be like drawing it out. Whatever it is definitely your sword is definitely attracting it, trying to devour whatever it is. But it seems stuck to the axe right now.
Do you mind if I cleave this thing in half? I can get you another one.
Looks between the axe and you with the saddest eyes you've ever seen on a polar bear. And he's like, if you truly have to.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a ghost in it.
Will the ghost do anything? Is it like trapped maybe?
From what you can
I've
tell,
heard
it hasn't.
that if ghosts touch.
From what you can tell from the axe, it hasn't like tried to move. Nothing sort of happened to it. You can sort of feel something from it, kind of innately, but besides that, you can't.
What does my wife have to say?
Your wife's real fucking hungry. But you can tell that she kind of has a one-track mind no matter what. So
She got cravings.
She's just like me for real.
Feed me, people.
I'm so sorry, but you do have another axe. I'm gonna fucking chop fucking Carl's axe in half with my
Carl
sword.
falls to his knees.
Where are
I'm
you?
sorry, Carl.
Where are you hitting this axe?
I'm trying to cleave it down straight from the fucking middle, like from fucking
Right.
from end to end.
It is a steel axe, so go ahead and make a strength check.
Dude, I'm literally going to. It's
in my
a
head.
net 20. I got a net
No.
20. I got a net 20. Oh my god.
Okay. Yes.
Dude.
So as you strike down your sword just against the top end of this axe, just like a loud ring strikes out as like a crack just heads down the center of this axe, towards the base of it, and you can see that like kind of that large masses of that white blue glowing light will seep out and sort of seem to like squeal and writhe as they seep into your blade.
Yeah, Fenris hisses fucking feast in Sylvan.
Yeah, as anybody who speaks Elvish would kind of understand that, but not quite. Like you can kind of get, it probably has something to do with food or eating. But in any case, yeah, it seems like a lot of whatever that white kind of goopy stuff sort of has seeped into your sword. As Carl's axe isn't fully dysfunctional, but it now has kind of a large crack down the center.
Yeah, Fenris does pick up the axe and he gives it back to Carl, and he does look a little bit sorry about it.
He now has 2 axes.
There seems to on this axe, like in the crack of it, it doesn't seem like in the same way as the full mass of the ghost, but sort of like faint little like sparkles or kind of glimpses of light kind of vaguely like seep out this crack and seem to kind of glow from it a little bit, as there's maybe some kind of residue was left within this axe, but it definitely seems like the main bit of whatever this thing is has been devoured by the sword.
And just mechanically, it's still functional?
It's still functional as an axe. There might be some weird stuff with it now.
Wonderful. I love weird shenanigans.
I think we might have accidentally enchanted it. I love it when that happens.
I'm satisfied as long as my axe isn't broken.
Nora.
Pretty sure if you...
Interesting. Yeah. So, what's well, now you guys are kind of sitting in this room now relatively silent. You hear the faint crashing of water through like echoing through the halls from the main shaft as you see these kobolds now kind of just like cowering on the floor.
Yeah, Carl probably will turn to them. He's back in job mindset. He's like, listen, we can take you to the town speaker. I don't want to kick you out of where you need to be, but if you're not allowed to stay, you're not allowed to stay, and that's not up for me to decide.
And the Trex will now in like broken English, or like broken common, will say, yes, ghost smart, ghost good idea. We work. And then kind of like scratching, sort of like still pretty shaky. Like yes, we talk to orc. We work. Yes, and he'll kind of like shake his head, look around, and all the other ones are now like nodding their heads.
Carl nods his head with them.
Yeah.
You happy we spared the kobolds.
Fenris turns his eyes onto Noro. And raises his eyebrow. Fine boom sound effect.
Noro kind of like lifts his head up, still kind of.
That was the wrong one.
That's Yeah, go ahead. What were you saying? Or were you saying something? Sorry.
Noro kind of like slowly like lifts his head up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like trying to say something, but like he's a little bit too injured to get anything out. Because quite literally, that sword swing basically cut his health in half.
Yeah.
Archie will walk over and cast Cure Wounds.
As you guys are kind of settling in, sort of this lingering kind of gray feeling, being successful in your mission, even if a little out of the normal way you would imagine it would have happened. This strange kind of sight of one of your companions maybe not being what they seem. We'll go ahead and leave the session off there, and you can all advance to level 3.
Let's go!
Level 3!
Oh, and that'll be 12.
I can fucking pick an Eldritch Invocation!
I can finally use meta magic.
Humongous.
12 hit points, John.
Nice.
12 hit points, thank you. So let's see, what was I at? 17? So that's 12 plus 7. Brings me back up to full.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Lovely.
man.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good,
that brings me back up to full.
Lovely
You
stuff.
guys should roll hit dice together at the end of the session.
Oh yeah. You can roll your hit dice to see how much more health you get.
Oh yeah, how much?
So each class is different for its hit dice. Whatever you're leveling up in, you use the hit dice of that class. You roll that and then add, I believe, your Constitution modifier to that number, and that's
roll again, motherfucker.
thunderous applause. That's how much your health
Sorcerer is a
increases.
D6.
Yeah.
D6. Okay, thank you.
It's whatever your
Do
hit
you add
dice
your
is.
con mod every
If
time?
I believe so. Yeah. And if you roll a 1 or a 2, you may re-roll.
6.
Oh, good.
But you have to keep
I
the
immediately
final
rolled a
result.
2.
Yeah. It's like, if you roll a 1 or 2, you can re-roll, then keep whatever that is.
I got
Yeah.
a 3.
Let's go! I rolled a 2 and then re-rolled it into a 1. Let's go!
Oh no!
Ah.
I'm so sorry.
So that brings me up to
23
23 now.
Goodness gracious.
That's...
I'm so happy.
That's
I'm
unbelievably unfortunate. I'm so sorry.
Bro,
I
no.
34.
Subclasses for the marshals.
So at
except the mid.
3rd
I'm
level,
so freaking
I have-
excited.
that means I gain
Oh, fuck.
calm emotions and detect thoughts. That's fun.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just a little sneak peek as Gwen, as you kind of complete this thing, being under this kind of stress and duress, you'll kind of you'll feel sort of like something similar to what you feel when you hold moral in your hand, but sort of like a lingering kind of feeling like fly through the back of your head, like something kind of floating around that you can't quite identify, but yeah, seems normal enough.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. Surely not.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm actually in fucking tears, dude. Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
sorry. It's
No,
such a
Carson,
bummer.
bro, Archie and Jericho both have
Dude,
awful
it's so
HP rolling luck,
fucked.
dude. It's
I'll,
so bad.
We'll figure something out. We'll do our best.
I mean, I at least have a +2 to con, so
Yeah.
it's not completely doomed. It's just
Something.
mostly doomed.
It's fine. So just everybody else protect your squishy healer. All right, don't let them die.
Please,
You know,
please. Bro, I was
I-
almost rolling death saves from 2 kobolds.
Spell slots
I
for level
knew-
5.
I knew what a doppelganger was. You threw me off very hard, John. I really thought that you were a mind flayer. I really thought that you were a
Oh
mind
my
flayer.
god.
Yeah, you thought I was a fucking mind flayer, huh?
Yeah, because you showed me that. You remember when Fenris like caught a little glimpse of it when you were fucking
Yeah.
smoking my
Yeah.
Feywild weed? You sent me like a cephalopod looking eye, like a squid eye, and like weird slimy looking skin, and I was like, uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
I guess I could show that to you guys now.
Oh yeah, that art. Yeah.
So the whole thing behind that's the reason why I chose that specific design, because I knew it would throw people off and people would think I'm a mind flayer, but I'm not.
I mean,
Lucky
it
for
makes
you,
sense
I know
with the,
nothing about 3D.
psychic sorcerer thing. That's a
So,
fun
In VC, I'm gonna go ahead and put that image there. So this is what
Ooh.
Fenris ended up seeing.
spooky.
Oh my.
It's
Wait,
cool
put these
knowing
in
Fenris.
art.
because I did know
Another-
about this. I just didn't know about like what the design actually looked like.
Yeah.
Yet another session of Fenris fucking shit up, baby. Let's go.
I get second level spells, yippee!
Also, I do like the design above specifically because like their skin changes color based on emotion, which I think is
Yeah, that's really
Mhm.
cool.
It's cute.
Oh, so Carson, I just want to double check again. We did say it's okay if I swap out my long rest feature for an Eldritch Invocation feature, right?
Blinks one eye at a time. Oh yeah, the
Song of Rest.
Second level bard thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do that.
So I now have 4
Sick.
sorcery points. Hell yeah.
Oh my god, I get another medical field. Oh,
Jack.
baby.
Let's hope it's xenobiology.
Real. Oh god, I'm really gonna need that. If that were a thing, I really would need that with a freaking
John,
doppelganger.
You sent me the doppelganger like race thing you're using. I'm just really curious about the mechanic stuff.
Oh, I'm not actually using like a specific doppelganger race thing.
It's we kind of just took the
Okay.
doppelganger like stat block and then sort of just he's kind of I mean it's probably pretty noticeable that he's been kind of like half like vaguely mind reading things throughout this thing, and that's kind of been like the quote unquote racial ability or whatever. You can kind of like see into like
Yeah,
the
that's
surface
why I
level.
was like, no, this guy's a mind flayer. Because I was like, that's not a sorceress thing. I know that that's not a sorceress thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can,
that's not an
Yeah, I was
an
wondering
aberrant
about
mind
that.
sorcerer
yeah,
thing.
you can kind of just see into the surface level thoughts of whatever he's sort of like concentrating on.
That's my racial ability.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I get.
and the reason he is a psychic sorcerer is related to doppelganger stuff. But yeah, cool, very nice.
Oh, I wanted to ask everyone here, save Archie. Oh, save Ryan, sorry. Unfortunately, you're not in the Hot Vampire campaign.
He's not. Sorry, what?
I said, unfortunately, you're not in the Hot Vampire
Oh
campaign.
yeah.
I just wanted to ask, is everybody okay for Sunday?
Yeah.
So what?
Maybe for like a session 0 type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
literally
fine.
not anything long at all. I just want to like get some things established so that people can make their characters, and then I can, write more in-depth plot hooks and stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
Sunday
Wait,
isn't
that's like
tomorrow?
tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I
It's
could
really
tomorrow,
fine.
but-
It's really fine if it doesn't work. Like, I'm not stressed about it.
What
We are
time?
literally all in a campaign. Or, uh, who has like the most issue with scheduling? Is normally John, right? John
It's
and
usually me, but
John and Finn.
Yeah. But I'm good
And-
for most weekend days.
John and I have church
cool.
tomorrow too.
When do you guys finish with church?
Well, I mean, like, I haven't been to church as much as I have because I've been so busy. So I might just be doing homework before then, actually. Probably on the side.
I could get home at around like 1:30, 1 to 1:30.
Yeah, I
PST.
mean that's like 9 to 10.
That's
For me, that's about the same time
about
when
an
we
hour
started.
ago.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't mind that.
Oh, okay, I can't
Um,
do D&D tomorrow. My group can't do D&D tomorrow anyway, so I'm fully free. Never mind any. I'm fully whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
When you roll damage
So-
for a spell, you spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll a number.
And
of damage.
even then, if someone can't make it to something, I can just call one of you one-on-one to do it.
Sure.
Fine. I am
I
gonna
know
have
you
to be
don't really
talking
know
with you
anything
all
about
a
my
lot.
character yet, so
101.
it'd be a real shame to miss.
Lovely.
Yeah,
I'm going to go do IRL stuff, or I'm